Hello, everybody, and welcome to 3Y TV. And tonight, the OSCA Weekend Woodsman Series is live at Talladega here for the Trading Brewing Company 400K. And along with me, of course, is Carlos behind the scenes dialing the buttons. We got Adam Peeler as usual, and we're welcoming him back, the man, the myth, the legend, Matthew Bayou, right here for Talladega. And what?
Bayou?
Yeah, you said his name two different ways.
I did.
So you know.
Yeah.
I was just saying it weird.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, Matthew, welcome back. We're here at Talladega, and boys, we are in for something a little different. I don't know if a lot of these guys have, there you see the point standings there as well, going into tonight, as for one, the chase-off, I think standings are going to be jumbled up once again before we leave here tonight, because as I was gonna get to, is that these cars handle or draft a little bit differently than maybe what they're more used to, what they kind of grew up on iRacing.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, for the most part, it's I've talked to a few guys, and from what I've heard, it's really two cars. You can't do a whole lot. It's hard to build up speed. You need three cars, and teamwork. We're always talking about teams working together, but tonight more than probably any other night ever, it's going to be all about guys working together.
And how difficult, I wonder, is it going to be if you only have two teammates? Are you going to have to find either like a make? I think most of the drivers out here are going to be in Chevrolets, but are there going to be any deals worked out amongst these different teams out here tonight?
I think it'll be harder than normal, but at the same time, usually it's hard to get more than one guy you want to work with around you anyways. It'll be hard, but it's going to be a lot of people just sucking it up, and you're going to have to work with the people around you. But if you can get lined up with your teammates, that'd be ideal, but it's going to be just working with whoever you can.
I think tonight, too, I think the third car in line might actually play more of a factor tonight than normal, because if they're having trouble getting, through that bubble to actually push, well, if the second guy in line kind of lays back, gets run off the third guy in line, and they can actually push him up to the guy in the front. So normally we see the two leaders of a pack, or the leaders of a line, they'll just kind of attach and everyone else follows behind them. But that's not how these cars are going to work. So whoever's in that third, fourth is also going to have to be pushing to move that energy forward, which is a completely different style than we're used to. So it'll be fun.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fun. And we've seen in some of these cars, as we wrap up practice, getting loose in that tri-oval. I heard that's a big factor here tonight as well.
Absolutely. I've heard nothing but horror stories. The tri-oval is incredibly sketchy.
Yeah, it's going to be, I seen Dewar go through the grass. A couple other guys, I think Darren Staff we just seen was the one who kind of had a little fun in the tri-oval. As Barney is waving the checkered flag here on practice. We have two halves tonight, 47 laps apiece. Top 15 will invert from half number 1 to half number 2. And again, we'd like to welcome Traders Brewing Company for sponsoring tonight's event. And, oh man, do we have to show that, Carlos? Those are not the standings we want to see.
Look at that beautiful.
Man, Vic, Goody, have you actually been trying?
Yeah, and the sad thing is I think I jinx everybody.
Well,
I think
backwards.
I think that's a Ryan Lutz paint, and that's
a Damien thing. Apparently, we talked about this in the pre-race.
Yeah.
It's a Damien thing. If you've never noticed, all his numbers are backwards. It's just now it's a big orange 3, so it sticks out.
Yeah, I actually ran with his team in OSCA a few seasons ago, and that was a requirement on the roof number being faced the other way. It's a short track thing.
It is a very good looking race car, though.
It's almost an 8.
It is.
It is, yeah.
The race entitlement sponsor Traders Brewing Company also riding along with Damien tonight in that special number 3 car.
There's Zach Rogers in the 1 car.
Yeah, for that 3 car, they were allowed to do a single race deal with that one, where we allowed them just this race to change their number, just because of it being one of the big races of the season, and they're sponsoring it, so it only felt right.
Yeah, and hopefully he does it for Dale tonight. Damien.
Before we make picks, I want to throw in another question in for the night. we're at Dega. We all know what happens at Dega. Over under total amount of wrecks tonight in both halves.
What is the over under? Are you giving us a line, or do we
Yeah.
just,
Over under
yeah.
what?
I'll give you 5. We'll just go with
Over.
with
How
it.
about this? I'll give it easier.
Can I have
Over or
5?
under 0?
what?
Let's go with 5. Over under 5.
You gotta be
And
4.5 or
perhaps-
5.5.
Oh my God! Just take the number.
Whatever the number is, I'm taking. I'm
5.5.
gonna
5.5.
take under.
Under?
We're talking per half.
No, like total of the night.
Total of the night. I'm going over.
Over.
Over 5.5. Carlos.
Yep.
Over.
Vic.
Oh wait, hold on. So per half?
Way over.
No, this
No,
is
no.
total.
5.5 on the night.
I'm gonna-
Yeah, over.
I'll take the under just to be different. I'll say they wreck
Contrary.
one big time in each half. Got to be different. Okay, we can do picks now. I was just curious what y'all thought.
Okay.
Okay, I get to go first. Yay me. That guy on screen, the number 1 car. That's who I'm picking.
Go ahead, Zach.
He's
Wow. I think it's just who he has left.
No. Zach is statistically not good here at Talladega and OSCA, so that's why I'm going with him.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Goody. Who are you gonna pick to try to get yourself out of the hole you put yourself in?
You know, I need a rally, and just
Yeah, you
like the paint scheme of this driver, they need a rally as well right now. I'm going with the 9 car of David Westergaard.
You
Oh, thank
jerk.
you.
There he was. We knew someone was gonna do it.
Sorry, David. It's
Sorry, my bad.
Dealer, you're up.
All right. This is brought to you by Sugar Moon Creations on Etsy. We do have some new stuff, some candles. Go check them out. Check it out on Etsy. Let's see. Give me. Oh goodness. Give me Nathaniel Cherry.
He's the 27, right? You can't pick him.
Yep. I can't pick. I know I can pick him one half. I can't pick him. Give me. I told him I wouldn't pick him. He subscribed to me earlier, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Give me Zach Evans.
That's your OnlyFans?
There you go.
He did.
Matt, who you got? I've been picking all your picks, so who you got to keep that momentum rolling?
who on earth is Darren Staff? First of all, why is his name spelled completely differently?
Blamed him.
Okay. That is not what I do not recognize that. I have no idea who Jesse Cottrell is, but I'm gonna pick him.
Ooh.
The 88 car.
You join
Good you.
Tail.
Carlos, who you got?
Alright, who do I have? Well, I know for sure that the number 9 is not gonna finish tonight's race with a clean car. It's
Oh,
I can
why?
apparently-
Okay.
I can apparently
No,
only-
I
I can apparently
I feel like
only
he's just picking on my guys
predict-
now.
I can only predict second place finishers and cars who have bad races, and unfortunately, he asked me to pick him, which means I'm out of second place finishes. So I have to, unfortunately give him the news that he's gonna wreck out tonight. But I'm gonna pick the 43 to give me a nice consistent finish in the half one.
James Watson. Matt,
James,
I'm shocked. I would have waited to pick him somewhere where it was going to matter.
Vic,
Real
where's
racetrack,
the
per se?
pick spreadsheet so I don't pick the same person again?
It's in the chat.
Which chat? There's like 5.
Yeah,
the
it's in there.
It's in there.
Um,
It's in the
I
one.
can send you the link sometime. But anyway, on the poll, Damian Leininger in that 3 car, putting the Dale Earnhardt throwback scheme on the poll with the guy who's filling in for Ryan Lutz here tonight, Hank Steinmiller in that 36. We've seen him in a few races, and he got a win this year too, didn't he? I believe he did. And the 12 car, which is not now the 3 car. Wow, mind blown.
just for tonight.
Just for tonight. Just to let you know. There you see the rest of your top 12. Some notables. Robert Hill Jr. Is that? Did we just?
Did we just? I was gonna say it, but I was gonna let it go.
Oh man. Oh,
Sorry,
man.
Vic.
Yeah, sorry, Vic.
Wait.
Something got screwed up.
Oh wait, was Robert Hill supposed to be the mystery driver?
He's in the 30.
Yeah. How did you do that? How? Because he was. It's labeled as Tim Sparks. What is happening?
Oh, it's because I have a manual override for him.
Oh well, mystery no more. As we have.
No, it's Tim Sparks. It's Tim Sparks.
It's Tim Sparks. Yep. Tim Sparks.
By the way, Vic, I was right. That was gonna be my pick, and you said I was gonna be wrong, but I was
Wait,
totally
guys.
right.
Guys, this is not my fault. This is not my fault.
Uh-oh.
I do not have a manual override for him.
Jordan Love just threw a pick.
Yeah, don't want to talk about it. If you hear me
continue-
randomly
let's
cussing.
continue with the standings. I don't know why he's showing up
Okay.
as that, but it's not on my end.
Yeah.
Well, now I wish I'd have picked 30.
Yeah.
Dang it.
He's a guy who's
Can I
get
change
some
my
wins
pick?
here. That's the
David-
interesting one.
David wants to
Yeah.
know. David wants to know. Goody, WTF are we doing?
What's that? What do you mean? What are we doing?
David
For
in
the
the
Packers?
David wants to know what we're doing in the chat. I don't think it has to be related to you picking him.
It might
What?
have. It might be that, or the Packers just blowing this game right now. It's gonna be. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Go cry in a corner.
Yeah, I'm about to go cry in a corner. If I start cussing, oh, I might be done cussing because this game's already out of
My
reach. It
mom's
seems
watching.
like, but yeah, but
Did Jim crash
yeah, there.
already? Oh no, he didn't.
Did we already have a wreck?
No. He just stopped.
Oh,
Okay. Oh my goodness, Neil Rutt's in the me car.
Yeah.
yeah, he's in the. Yep, he decided to go with the
sick.
Yeah,
A lot of cool paints tonight.
yeah.
Oh
So,
my gosh. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
So interestingly enough, not really rack racing for the 36 car, and the 3 car is of
Sorry to cut you off, but we're going green this time.
Oh, we are.
Going green this time. All right. Those guys are going to be teammates, and of course you have Wester Green up there as well. But you do have those Shift Esports teammates on the outside, so there could be some working together right when we take the green flag. Which, as Vic said, we're about to find out once they get through the final corner here.
Oh, touchdown.
Also, we have a mystery driver in the 30. Enjoy that.
No,
Yes,
we don't.
We have no idea. We have no idea who it is. We have
Yeah.
no idea who
Oh.
Tim Sparks is.
Okay, we're
Rick, I
playing
don't know
dumb.
when
Got
you
it.
made the
Got it.
change, But it's not on my end. I'm not sure why it's not showing up.
Yeah, it's weird. It shows on iRacing though. That's
weird.
weird.
We're playing
Really
dumb.
weird.
Maybe
I
a new
made it
update.
at noon today.
Yeah.
Maybe there's an issue with the SDK update or something. Nice
The
car.
30 car driver is
Okay.
totally an American, I promise.
Yep, All-American man, All-American race here at Talladega. The Trading Brewing Company 400K about to get underway. And that car is leading the field with Damian Leininger. Green flag is out. We are racing here at Talladega.
Very, very even start from both lanes.
The top lane looks like they're a little bunched
Actually,
together. They might get a
yeah.
run. And I'm
Not
gonna be
sure.
I'm
Go ahead,
gonna be
yeah.
I'm gonna be really curious once we get back to the trial, as that's been tricky. And I don't, this is by far the biggest pack these guys practiced in, and how many guys are gonna get surprised by that.
I'm not really sure what lane will be dominant. It looks like the top right now for sure, but you know how that ebbs and flows.
Yeah, not really knowing. And a lot of the cars on iRacing, that top side will generally be a tough lane to beat. With those runs you get out of the corner, maybe through the center of the corner, that bottom line will prevail. But man, right now they seem just about even with these older
my
Gen
goodness.
6 cars.
Look at the way they move around. They weren't kidding.
Yeah, they are moving. I think Steinmiller got the lead lap number 1 here.
There was a lot of people talking about the bottom is just loose all the way around, even in the corners. So the Highline might be better just because they might not be driving as bad.
So usually you see 2-car tandems. We got 3-car trios out here leading this thing. That's where they were talking about. You're going to need more than 2 cars to actually make speed.
Yeah, it looks like packs of 3, and you see right behind Dallas Myhand, I believe that is Thomas Capuano. He kind of seems in no man's land. Can't really suck up to the pack ahead of him. Hasn't really fallen back to our quote-unquote mystery driver.
And needing more guys to make runs and make speed. You know, when guys get all single file lined up and you have guys that jump out to try and make something happen, it makes that all the more riskier because you're going to need a few guys to commit with you. A lot of commitment things.
This is definitely way more disciplined pack racing than what
has to
these
be.
guys are used to. They're used to taking runs and going when they can, but they got to really be disciplined to stay in line.
Whoa! dangerous lane switch there, but he made it work.
Oh, run it back.
Oh, we're wrecking! Nathaniel
Big
Cherry!
Oh, big
Joe
wreck.
Francis.
Oh,
Pepe, Dylan Thomas.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty big one.
that is a big one. Oh, there we see. Oh, man,
Aw.
Justin Kolb filling in for Cameron Rich. The 88 car of, was it Cortel? Was that how
Oh,
you say
Me
his name?
Fine.
Oh, Me Fine Zach Evans. Rashid Cole's involved in the wreck.
Caden Tuff's got a piece. Oh, man, Adam Tepe hit pretty hard. That looks like it was started by a checkup. Nathaniel Cherry was getting shoved pretty good from Braxton DeWeese, and well, he checked up to avoid turning Joe Francis, and Braxton had no idea. Just turned him.
Oh, Joe Francis got a hard hit by, I believe, Zach Rogers there. A lot of cars. Some
a
cars
Tabasco
snaking through there
Fiasco
pretty
car?
well.
I think Ray Bracey might have snuck through.
It is.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
Tim Conrad.
Seas parted for Dave Carpenter.
Got lucky. Here is Justin Kolb on board with him, filling in for the Cameron Rich tonight.
Ray Bracey's got a good
Oh!
one. Ray Bracey's got a solid view.
All right, I'll put him on.
The 88 car doesn't look like he's got too much damage on his machine.
No, it looks like he came to the slide and stopped before he hit anything.
James Watson did a pretty solid job too. I think Ray Bracey's got one of the more fun views, and Dave Carpenter as well.
Oh, it's
Man, Dave drives through
Here
it.
we go. Oh boy. Oh, he
Did-
got lucky. I
did-
think if Rogers didn't hit him there, that would have been.
I say Dave's is more of a seas parting. He was hoping and praying they split in front of him, and they did.
I think Ty
Fortunate
McIntosh
start.
got about as close to hitting somebody as you can right there.
Oh, man. In the 29 car, Justin Cole was he was trying to go as low as he possibly
Pepe.
could, just couldn't do anything about it.
Oh, he lifted and the
Jeff.
guy behind him didn't.
Yep. That
Mm.
was. His car looks about how the Packers do right now tonight.
Yeah, Aaron Jones just did a flip. That's one thing that hasn't happened in this
Dude,
race.
you're way behind. You refresh your stream.
I'm on the NFL Plus app. I'm doing what I can.
Oh, I see.
That thing's
Oh.
trash.
What was it? He did get a little damage there. The 88 car of
There's
Kurtrell.
Zach Evans. My machine.
There's
That's
just-
been fun.
There's just not-
Oh,
Thought he was
He's
doing.
got
He's
time
trying to
for
do the old
another.
days at Thunder.
Gotta throw Dave in there if you can get him.
Dave? Dave who?
Dave Carpenter, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Scored 13th right now.
They think you. That helps me out a lot when you guys say that.
Oh, cool. I was just saying that because I just saw him up at 13th.
We're
We got about
shot.
3 or 4 cars on track. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cars sitting in their boxes right now.
Yeah, a lot of the damaged cars. I think a lot of guys got even damaged just, one guy checking up, the other guy not seeing it. Oh boy. Oh
Wow.
my goodness. Look at Darren. Holy man, got loose. Hung
Held
on to
on to
that
it.
thing. That Ronster RAV car parting of the sea here.
Look at
Ooh,
some
and
of the
Vic had to
drivers. We
Vic
have,
had to give a warning for the driving through too many pit stalls, so the drivers have been warned.
Yeah, that was
Whoa.
starting to become an issue lately. I think it was pointed out last week or a couple of weeks ago, and we're going to start cracking down on that.
So is Zach wearing those sunglasses because kind of like a Ryan Preece or Davey Allison back in the day because he flipped so many times or
Oh, he's
hit
watching
so hard his
baseball.
eyes are like.
sorry,
Oh,
Zach.
no,
I
he's
picked
wearing
you even though I said I wouldn't. It's my fault.
He's
He loves
typing
football
F
trash.
U.
I hate you.
Justin Kolb looking excited to be on the car.
Oh man,
Wow.
he's all casual like. I love it.
Locked in. Not very
I think
happy
that-
right now, I can guarantee
He's
you.
thought- I thought he'd have like a Tom Nook poster or something in his room. A man can dream. A man can dream.
Darren Staff
You dream of
also
him having that poster?
involved.
I guess I dream of him having one, not myself.
Yeah.
Darren said,
Oh, there he
I've
is.
been
Little
I've been
damage.
curious if we would have got that through that wreck when he got loose. He had to be sawing on that thing to keep it straight.
There's our 14/17-year-old.
There were a lot of good cars in that wreck. Like, I took out a lot of people that I thought would be up front for sure.
Did, and I'm not sure how much. There's another handful of cars that have like minor damage, and I'm not really sure how much of an effect that will have on them if aero is really like that big of a deal in these things, or if it might just be, as long as you're in line, you'll be fine.
Yeah, these guys, it might challenge them to make moves, but they're gonna have to stay in a pack, and maybe they can stay together. Go pack, go. Although they're not going right now.
Well, this is setting up for a historic second half comeback.
Yeah, right. I mean, we seen one last week.
Or say they did finally predict the winner right last week, so.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that because I need an Aaron Jones touchdown. I promise.
Well, you know, I could use an Aaron Jones touchdown.
I absolutely need an Aaron Jones touchdown.
I don't have anybody playing tonight, so I'm okay.
Oh, I have St. Brown on my fantasy team. I just need Aaron Jones for a parlay.
Just one touchdown.
I have a wide receiver who was out the first 3 weeks. Finally playing.
Christian Watson?
Yeah,
Watson, yeah.
He's on a snap count.
Oh wow. The pace truck just going right through Damian Leininger. That's the ghost of Dale Earnhardt in the lead there.
That is not doing it for Dale.
No. Barney's got the green flag in hand. We're going to the 3-wide TV restart zone to restart the Traders Brewing Company 400K. Coming to lap 7 once they get to the line.
Rough start for the outside. Dallas Myhan, I don't know if he messed up on getting on the gas or what, but that outside lane is going to suffer early.
Yeah, it's going to suffer. And David is going to... he got room to peek down low, so he's not going to hurt him too bad.
Yeah, that outside just disintegrated already. Ray Bracey already abandoned it. There's really nothing going on in the top 10 on the outside.
Well,
I think it actually worked out for those guys, because I guarantee you the 3 guys that are leading right now all wanted to get hooked up anyway, so that probably just kind of lined up for them.
That's a great point. That's a great point. Oh, Dallas Myhan looking... I'm not sure what he's going to do down there if maybe Tom and Katie Roby can get up to him.
But that was a big run. I mean, we heard there aren't big runs, but that was a very big run, and he took it. So these cars can make moves.
Dallas
that number 66 Me car's on his way.
Dallas in practice session told me that he plans on only staying in the front, has no intentions of dropping to the back.
I like that.
That's my boy.
Like that. I like an aggressive man out here. On the top side, Damian Leininger still holding on to that top spot, but that inside's starting to pick up a little bit of steam.
I'll say it's definitely... There's a lot more cars up top right now. There's still enough guys on the bottom to kind of hold on to it, but you just look at the division right now. It's everybody up top, and see Caden Tufts and James Watson back there trying to get something going. You have a big line of cars on the bottom behind this lead pack, but it's like... It's all the wrecked cars and guys who want to stay back.
I was just going to say, how many of those guys are going to be the cars that have damage on
James Watson just about lost it on his own.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Caden now has to go to the middle, and hopefully he's not in the sucker hole there. Well, not by choice, just trying to stay off of James Watson as he got loose there.
Those cars in the outside line are just doing a very good job of, like we're saying, staying disciplined, riding, staying kind of tucked up under each other, and they're just... The bottom line's not going to be able to do anything if they can't be just as disciplined and stop having so much space in between.
Yeah, Cade now has got some ways to do. Way to go.
See, I think they were doing a decent job on that bottom. There's only 3 of them holding on, kind of staying somewhat even with like the 12 cars on top. Now, Bracey and Tufts starting to move towards the front of the field.
Little damage there on the 21. Stop moving.
Oh!
Boy, it is not safe.
Katie almost like craft herself there. Man,
Bracey's
oh man.
There. So Bracey has caught up to the 92. So if they're gonna have any kind of run, this backstretch is when we'll see it.
Yeah, the players are starting to form up.
And this is kind of reminding me of like old like 90s style restrictor plate racing where they got to kind of form up the runs. They got to kind of work together, be a little bit more disciplined. It's going to take a little bit more time.
I'd watch out for Caden Tufts, man. Not like a wrecking thing, but he doesn't really seem content on staying in line. He's darting around. He wants to make something happen.
I mean, look
See,
at
there
the
he goes.
car.
There he goes. I don't know if he's going to do anything with it, but he wants to move.
OSCA Daddy is running 5th in the top lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah, that top lane still moving along pretty well. Caden Tufts, he's looked like he's working out for them. Look at the damage on Ty McIntosh. He's got some spoiler damage. I wonder if he got that in that first caution. If that was
that's the
he
wrong
checked
person, I'm
up,
sorry.
someone behind him did.
Conrad has
Yeah,
no camera.
that is not OSCA Daddy.
Yeah, Conrad has no camera, unfortunately. I thought he did.
Yeah, man, he usually
Look
does.
how
Oh,
much they're moving.
yeah,
I know,
it looks like
shut
they're
down.
running.
Classic.
It's moving.
Yeah, we do have some trap laughing. Who's that? That is... Oh, it's Braxton DeWeese. I'd be scared to be on that apron going through here. We've seen guys lose it and kind of get down there to gather it back up.
These things are not driving well at all.
No,
And
you
it's
see that-
very surprising.
See, we got like... And there goes... Oh, Gavin Hibbs. I'm not sure... I mean, I guess why not? They're single file for 7 cars deep, and they're all out on their own.
Yeah, he could see how this run goes. He might be able to tuck back in front of the 00 if need be, and that's exactly what he'll do. But right now, dominating this race.
Here they
Pretty
go.
wide.
Ian Leininger.
Pretty wide.
Oh, Ty McIntosh, OSCA Daddy.
They got help.
Why not them? Let's go. They're getting a good run here coming out of turn 4, but are they going to be able to hold on once we go through the straightaway? And that tri-oval is going to be tricky. OSCA Daddy's got to be careful.
Don't push on the right rear.
Whoa! He kept his foot in it, man. He saved it, though.
He saved it. And I was looking right behind him, Caden Tufts. Of course he was going to go down low. And
That
now,
outside line is broken up.
yeah, outside line broken up, and that inside line formed up, and they're ready to rock it to the front. Is 3 cars enough to hold them off on the top side? Looks like Ty McIntosh in the inside row's got it going on.
That outside line is pushing so good, though. They are so good at pushing.
Hank and Damien and David all
No
really holding it
strangers.
down.
And they're no strangers of working together on plate tracks, so that's working out well for them. But right now,
New
OSCA
leader.
Daddy pushing Ty McIntosh up front. Oh,
I mean, Just look at
Gotta-
the gap.
yeah, they're starting to pull away from that pack behind them too. Yeah, and Katie Roby's kind of in that no man's land between both of the packs, and maybe she could be the gatekeeper. Oh, Ty McIntosh gets loose. He's gonna go in the sucker hole. How about this? Oh, it's good. Daddy takes the lead.
Yeah, not for long, though. Looks like Damien's got a huge run. Oh, my goodness. Get out of the way, Nathaniel.
Oh boy. Oh my goodness.
Oh, he's loose.
He almost spun it. He's good. He saved it. He saved it.
Wow.
Huge shuffle there, and that has brought everybody back up.
The inside line
this-
is definitely
this-
definitely taking over right now. The only guys left on the outside was the 3 original.
And hey,
Yeah,
look,
that's
here's
what it is,
Caden Tufts.
Oh, they jumped
Kate
up.
Mills, look at the outside, going to block to the inside. Can Conrad do it? He does.
Whoa,
He blocks.
Damien doesn't want to push him.
Oh, and he goes to the
Plus
top
in the
side
middle.
with Steve Miller.
Oh,
boy,
man. And
These guys are aggressive early.
I was going to say, Caden Tufts spent the last 5 or 6 laps putting moves on guys, working his way up, and those South Shore boys were not interested in working with the 00 and relegated him back to what looks like to be 9th position.
And that was the weekend Woodsmen boys wanting to control both lanes. That's what that was. They knew that if he could get up there, they have one in each lane and they could control both. But that did not work.
Did not work at all, but man, oh man, at least OSCA Daddy leading this race so far. 16 laps now. 15 in the books. We're on lap 16. The outside lane, those 3 guys formed together again, trying to hang on up top. But if Gavin Hibbs maybe could suck him up, if someone's going to take a chance. I'm still surprised with.
They got to run.
Oh, here goes Hibbs. He's going to the top side. He's going to take a look.
Damien gives him a shot there. They went with Gavin. Are they having a lift? Are they having a...
They are. I am riding on
My
board
goodness.
of Bracey's car just to kind of watch what's going on in front, and they are all lifting. and
Oh,
throwing,
Gavin's
and
in the
corners.
sucker.
Oh, man.
Neil
That might
Rutt
bode
has
well
said
for
he
that
lost
inside
power.
line, though. Neil
Oh,
Rutt
look at
lost
this.
power.
Ty McIntosh goes to pick up Gavin Hibbs. I don't think we're going to see any 3-wide action, but there, I don't know. If Hibbs' nose stays in there, we could see this get really exciting. Yeah, look, here we go. Gavin Hibbs is going to try to go up the middle. Damien's going to block it. Oh, my goodness. We're 4 wide.
You're 4 wide as Hank Stein.
Oh, they're wrecking.
No,
they're wrecking.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh, my God. Oh, no, Dave
Oh,
Carpenter's.
Dave Carpenter.
Oh, flips on his lid, sliding through the grass. And caution number 2 of the night. He's not doing well, that's for sure.
How many of the South Shore boys did that get?
I
Did he get
I
2
think
of them?
Hank's killed.
Did
I
David
think-
make it?
David
David
hit
made
the
it, but
outside wall
he
a couple times.
David,
to
he's
triple
all right,
up.
I think. He got the wall. He got it. He didn't hit it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just got into it.
Oh,
Oh, my goodness.
Man.
Damien's okay.
guys,
Hank, Gavin,
Look
and
away.
Dave Carpenter.
They're not looking so hot. Oh, man.
This all started. Hibbs was going up that middle with Ty McIntosh, and it looked like Damien went to go block it, and Gavin went lower to go under him, and the 4 wide started, and I can't really... Oh, you know what? He got a nudge from Ty McIntosh. McIntosh was kind of coming down the track as he hit him, and it just moved him up ever so slightly, and Gavin's right rear caught Damien's left front. It's really unfortunate timing.
So, I'll ask the question, was it too early to go 4 wide? And that's
I
my
don't-
thought. I'm just asking.
I don't know if that was the intent.
No, I don't think it
I
was.
think it was kind of incidental. Damien kind of went down to block it and didn't quite actually block it, and Hank just kind of stuck up high.
I think if you were planning to go 4 wide, yeah, but I think Matthew's right. I don't think it was intended to be so, as you see from the results of it here. And I think everyone should be down pit road, and they are. I believe it was around 20 laps for a fuel run. Again, a 47 lap race. This could be interesting if that's accurate. If I did get an accurate reading from these guys pre-race. And a hard lick for Ty McIntosh, who's having a good night, look like going. Man, oh man. I still can't get over Dave Carpenter flipping like that. It was a rough hit. OSCA Daddy hangs on to the lead after pit stops. Dylan Thomas up there now in the top 3, so some of these guys might have not taken tires, or maybe 2 tires. Dustin Dewar moving up quite a bit. We haven't seen him in the top 10 yet. Damian Leininger, who was up there as well, he's back into 9th, and our mystery driver Robert Hill Jr. rounds out that top 10. Man, oh man, and now we're getting down there too, guys, with how many clean cars we have. I even got to wonder with Westergreen, he's going to be back in 14th. Doesn't have heavy damage, but can he make the moves that maybe would take to get into victory lane? I think we're looking at, maybe the top 5 cars for sure, I think, are clean. I think Katie Roby, Bracy, Damien are also looking pretty good right now too, but I think Dewar might have had a little bit of damage from the first caution, and a lot of these guys behind him. This could get interesting. Could this be OSCA Daddy's night?
Very well could be.
That'd be
So,
kind of cool.
I'm looking. I think I would be safe to say we have 15 cars that look like they have at least the minimalist damage to compete. So it looks like we might be running with like a 15, 16 car field to the end of this.
And that could be interesting. It takes a lot of power, a lot of manpower to get runs going. I'm not really sure how this is. I think it's going to be whoever can get up to the front might control this thing for a while, and then after that, it's just does something stupid happen. Unfortunately, with how difficult it is to get runs, these cars are so unstable that you don't entirely have to rely on yourself. It's just the high pressure situation all of these guys are extra mistake prone because of how hard these things are to control.
Yeah, and that 4 wide, that we did see too. I wonder if it's going to work at all. Well, even if you had to try to make that move, would it be possible with how unstable these cars are if, we're with a couple laps to go?
Right. So I went back and watched it, and it looked like Ty bumped him normally, but and it was a clean bump, but when he went up the track a little bit just to kind of recover from getting bumped, there's just no room there because the cars are so unstable. When you bump them, they're jumping to the right. So I don't know if you can go 4 wide and push at the same time.
Official cause of the caution was a racing deal, by the way.
Yeah.
Nobody could avoid that.
No.
Yeah, I think it's just again a call to how crazy these cars are to drive here tonight.
Fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm announcing and not watching this Packer game. I can tell you that at least. It's not looking good.
I'm starting to get that way. I'm not. Everything on my bets look great except for Aaron Jones. Dang it.
Well, there's still garbage time for that. That's probably
is.
that's probably where you'll get that.
Better. I better.
So if you're wondering about the score, it's I know JD is watching tonight. JD's Hilltop Salvage. It's 24-3 Detroit Lions with 2:56 left to go in the first half. Not looking good for Green Bay. And the Lions are driving, and these cars are about to get driving here as we're about to restart for the 3rd time here tonight. OSCA Daddy Tim Conrad leading the field here. Caden Tufts on the outside. Weekend Woodsman up front, controlling both lanes as of right now. Let's see if they can hang on to that. Green flag back out. See how those lines go. See if they work together. Dylan Thomas giving a good push. Those top 3 cars really getting a great restart compared to the rest of the field. Is that going to be too good of a restart for these guys?
See Zach Rogers and the 32 of Dustin Dewar are lined up on the top there. Both of those are damaged race cars. Get a pretty good look at how they might perform, although there's just 2 of them, and as we've heard, 2 cars is pretty much useless, and sure enough, we're already getting single file, except for Caden Tufts.
Caden is not happy to ride 3rd.
No, Caden has been aggressive all night.
I think he's not going to be happy until he gets that top spot. Until he's running where OSCA Daddy's running right now, he's not going to be happy.
I was surprised. I thought he was actually going to ride because Weekends Woodsman and Nurse Aviator Racing, they're both like a cooperation kind of deal going on. So I thought for once they would get together and they'd ride. But Caden's like, nope, not doing that. So but he's going to need some help up there.
Yeah,
he's got help with Damien. I think every team's got that one guy that likes to go rogue and do their own thing.
He's young. It's okay.
It's young. He's got to be up front leading. He's seen that old man, old grizzled vet up front leading this race.
Man, I wish Sam Laporta was my tight end.
Me too.
It's so random.
I'm sorry, he's just so good.
He's playing real well.
You know who else is playing real well is OSCA Daddy.
OSCA Daddy's playing real well. Took that lead and he's holding on to it.
And he is where he likes to be. I know for a fact he wants to be on the bottom, wrapping that yellow line. So he's in complete comfort right now, I would believe.
The outside has backup on the way. David Westergreen being pushed by somebody we have not mentioned yet tonight because he's been hanging out in the back to miss the wrecks, and so far it's worked. It's not OSCA Daddy, it's Landshark.
Dun-dun. Here comes the Landshark.
We've also got Tim Sparks, the 30 car, making his appearance kind of in this top 15.
Dustin Dewar.
He restarted in the top 10, so he fell a little bit back on this restart. But he's just right. I think that's Robert Hill's Tim Sparks' game there. I think you see right now the damage.
You can call him whatever.
You mean if Rob were here, he'd like to do that? Of course, that's what you mean.
What's that?
You just meant, of course, that's what Robert would like to do if he were here.
Dallas Mayhem jumped outside in front of Caden Tufts.
Oh wow.
Well, I think this is the first time we've seen a power move on the outside with not as disciplined of a line, but actually right now, Caden Tufts giving Dallas Myhan a pretty good push. He's getting aggressive up top. You know, Caden, he wants to push that car up to the lead, so he maybe make a move on the inside, take the lead. And there is your new leader, Dallas Myhan.
Went up there and took it. He said, I think Carlos mentioned he didn't want to do anything but run up front. He's got the lead now.
Yep, he's right where he wants to be now. He's got that 35 right there. But watch out, that's the tri-oval. We're getting close to the tri-oval. Hey, OSCA did a good job.
Loose.
Oh, Dylan Thomas looks to peek outside. Tim Conrad blocked it. Oh my goodness.
Oh, and now the outside getting a run. Dallas Myhan able to block up top.
Here comes Katie Roby. Dallas is going to block it.
Dallas using both lines. Yeah, he doesn't care. He wants the top spot. He called his shot.
And that
all three. I was gonna say when they came through the travel, all three of the front three cars were loose and out of the gas. I just want to mention that. That was insane. I don't know how they did not wreck.
Zach Rogers, Ray Bracey, Wester Green, Tim Sparks, and Kynan Jones have all caught this front group now.
And you see the two damaged cars we mentioned earlier of Dustin Dewar and Zach Rogers up there in the top 10 as well. But you can see it just doesn't seem like they can quite push with these guys as well as the cars that aren't damaged right now.
Dylan Thomas is damaged and he's able to push, which is actually surprising. I don't know if it's only because he's got someone tucked up behind him.
That could be too.
He is actually being able to push, but I think if we had no one behind him, I think he'd be in trouble.
There you see in the 3-wide TV multicam, Rasheed Coles might have got a little loose out of the tri-oval there.
Now you saw those South Shore boys getting hooked up real nice at the start of this thing. David Westergreen and Damian Leininger have found each other again. Just keep an eye on that.
And now Dylan's leading that top line with that damaged car. I don't think he's the guy that needs to be leading it.
No, not at all. He's a pusher at this point.
Yeah, and see it not able to keep up with OSCA Daddy as well. Oh, well, maybe I'm
he's got Caden Tuss behind him, man. Caden's going to push whoever's in front of him with a lead. He's determined.
Man, oh man, he's got the ponies under that hood tonight. He's at least got his foot through the floorboard on that thing.
Couple lap cars ahead. I don't think they're going to be an issue, but
they're all staying below the yellow line.
Oh, they're going to have to go around Rasheed Coles. Oh, keep it down there, Rasheed. Keep it down there. He's sliding. He's got it. He's good. He's safe.
Again, just a testament to how difficult these cars are to drive right now.
Yeah, somebody else needs to lead that outside line.
So I don't think Caden's he's kind of looking a little restless. I think.
Yeah,
unless he needs air.
I mean, it could be both. Why can't it be both?
I
gotta ask you, Matthew. Did you get a fuel mileage or a fuel run or even U-peeler pre-race of what these guys can run? I heard about 20, but it wasn't accurate. I don't believe.
Oh, look at this! Myhan and Roby teammates. They're ditching Tim Conrad.
So we're gonna have teammates on the bottom and on the top.
Yep. Here we go. Oh, Caden's a little loose.
Here we go. It's getting tight now.
I want Caden pushing me. I'm telling you, this kid is pushing everybody harder than anybody else.
Yeah, he is not messing around. That is for sure. On the outside, Dallas Myhan getting the lead, though. Katie Roby, she's showing these boys how to push as well.
Damien really wants to put Dylan Thomas 3 wide. He's looked at it 2 times on the last lap. He's doing it, but he hasn't done it yet.
See, Dallas Myhan, he left his teammate again.
Oh, Dallas, I think he's trying to. Oh, careful, Tim. He was looking at that right rear a little bit. Dallas trying to control both lanes. He did not get hooked up there well with Tim Conrad. Katie Roby inches out ahead, but right now it's RK Motorsports controlling both lanes. That could be the idea here. It was a beautifully executed move by both of them to jump to the outside of Tim and take control.
Carlos, do you have any comments right now? How does it feel?
Oh, I am smiling. I'm a happy team owner.
Stroking his beard. Yes.
Yeah, actually, dude, that's exactly what I was doing.
It's not going according to plan. But right now, they could leave a door open if Tim Conrad wants to make an aggressive move, but he still does have his teammate Caden Tufts right behind him.
Dallas back to
There
the
you do
top.
see-
Oh, Roby has a huge
Big
run.
push.
Oh, big push.
There they go.
Oh!
They spit Dylan Thomas. Oh, they saved it.
Oh, Western Green
Oh, no,
spinning.
it's mine in the back.
Oh,
Oh, Dustin
Robert Hill,
Dewar.
Dustin Dewar.
Goody, this is on you.
Son of a... It's on Carlos. He called. I was innocent. God damn it.
Started with Dallas went up there to block that. Katie gave him a shot, and I don't think. Looks like Damian ran into Dylan because Dylan was checking up, and it, just a giant accordion effect.
Yep.
Oh man, poor David. Looked like David checked up, and Dusty tried to go under him, and it all happened too fast.
Yep. Just
sorry,
a gap
David.
closed there.
Sorry.
That was some
You
good
know,
driving by Conan Jones there when he got in the dirt. He
Yeah,
was
man.
spinning around.
You know what? For David's sake here, obviously probably not going to be the result, but I don't think he'd hit. Oh, that's going to be hard. Oh, that was a hard hit too. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I mean, he might be relatively okay with a lot of the other cars that got involved in wrecks, but that rear end definitely took a pretty good hit as well.
Oh, I don't think
Just an
Steele's
evade.
gonna.
This an evasive action wreck? Yep. The 9 turned down and keep hitting the 13. 32 was there. Turned him around.
I don't think fuel's gonna be a problem anymore. If they need it, they'll take it here.
Yeah, they should be able to make it the rest of the way. Yep, we see everyone coming down pit road. See if we see any fuel-only strategies again.
Don't speed.
Don't drive through too many pit boxes has been the story
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, and especially getting the warning already. I'm sure Vic will drop the hammer if need be after the warning. And Tim Conrad already. Oh, you
I think
did.
the biggest issue is guys driving out of their pit box to not have to turn and scrub off speed. They just get going in a straight line and then.
And especially if you're in one of those earlier boxes, just to cut it out.
Caden Tuss won the Caden Tuss won the race
Caden
off pit
Tuss.
road.
Was it, I thought it was Tim.
I see
Oh, we'll see,
Tufts.
we'll see.
Yeah. It looked like Tufts, so
See what the scoring decides. It could just be shuffled from. Ooh! Almost going above the yellow line there.
Oh, who
Or you
did
can
get
get
it?
2 tires, can't you?
Oh
You
wow,
can
that
get
was
2 tires.
close.
That was about as close as you want to get.
Does it matter under
Oh, I'm-
caution?
The race off pit
Yeah.
road. It looks like Tufts edged Conrad, and Timmy just had so much speed coming off. Oh, that's weird. Caden
Oh,
got
man,
it though.
We got Westergreen in the infield care center. We'll bring him up here quick.
And he's
I'm
gonna
scared.
yell at
You.
me
He's gonna
so
yell at you.
hard.
Yeah, you should. David, this is Mike Goodman in the
This is
3Y
the guy
TV
that's
booth. You got a
screwing
copy?
Who is that?
Don't want to talk. This is a bad night for me too.
Like, look, man. You know, we missed the first one. I thought we were good, and your teammate buddy there, he decided not to check up for the wreck in front of us. So, you know, it is what it is. Dewar's on a mission, man. He's taken out like 5 South Shore cars in like 3 weeks. Tell him to stop, please.
Well, I'll try. I think he's seeing red right now. He's had a rough season, and I think it's kind of compounding into aggressive driving.
David, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. If it makes you feel better, the Marlins are losing. No, they're not.
No,
they're not.
they
They're
don't.
winning now. Fuck, I'm sorry.
Holy
Holy
Oh,
shit!
it's so much worse.
They were losing at
Um,
the top of the 9th. No, another win. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
That's it. No, it's. I mean, look, we're at peace with that. I fixed all the damage, and I still got 2,000 RPM. So
Hey, you're chilling.
we might have a shot. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna probably hang back with Cooper for the rest of the race here and
It's a
just
good
try to
idea.
avoid more wrecks. But yeah, no, our whole group there was running really well. Had a good time running with the South Shore guys as always. But it's unfortunate there that we got sucked up in a couple of wrecks and lost all our drafting help. And this car runs a little funky. I like the other car. I like the one from last year. That one ran a lot better.
How are the cars driving in the pack? Because they don't look like they're sturdy at all.
They're not, and well, it's not so much a matter of sturdy as it's a matter of it doesn't draft up to the car in front of it at all. So you're just kind of riding where you are no matter what. and that's no fun because you're just stuck. So there's no run to make a move to the outside like in the last car was with a big spoiler. You could like jump to the outside, but obviously with this car you can't. So shout out to Bite Size Sports. We picked the Packers. They're doing terrible.
Yeah, don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, so,
Oh, trust me, we know. We're getting very angry updates as we go here.
I'm calling it. Oh my God, Jordan Love is dead.
well, maybe not.
Yeah.
He took his ninth sack.
Obviously, shout out to Traders Brewing Company. They're on the 3-car. Rip Anthony, the kitty who's on there, and that's what it's for. And you know, we'll go out there. We'll try to win it still. You know, I got a little damage, but we might be all right.
You know, I picked you in half number once your jinx is over, but yeah, go out there and get some points. Get us some points here.
Oh yeah, that's the goal now. I don't know if we have winning speed, but we can get into the top 10.
I love it. I love it. I hope for both of us that's the case here, but go get him, David.
Yep. Thanks, Goody. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
You bet. There you go. It's already sent down, and we're
Oh my
back
God.
ready to go
I feel
green
so
here.
bad. I feel like last time I checked like 5 minutes ago they were losing, and now it looks like they're gonna win. And I mean I'm so happy. I'm a Marlins fan. I feel so bad.
Oh boy, for Western Green, this is a terrible night all the way around, but hopefully he can salvage something here. Maybe the Packers can as well. As the green flag's back out, Caden Tufts is finally where he wants to be. Can he maintain it on this restart? But uh-oh, he might have got it too big of a jump unless he can clear.
He's got to go. Oh, he waited too long, man. He had it.
He did.
Oh, that was your
You
chance
don't
for
hesitate.
Winky and Woodsman to control the race right there.
I am surprised by the moves we've seen out of Caden that he did make that move in front of Tim there.
Guys, I've been challenged. Ray Breaks on the YouTube chat saying that I downshifted and broke my engine right after the wreck. Thank you for not replaying that. Well, guess what? I'm gonna find that replay.
Oh,
You done messed up.
never call out Carlos when he still has an opportunity to get to
Never ever admitting to money shifting. Who admits to money shifting?
Well,
Never.
I've never done that.
Yeah, you don't own that.
Man, you see the ramifications of Caden Tufts. He is gone. He is dropped so far back.
And now up front we have the two guys that have been kind of dominating half number one here with Damian Leininger and Tim Conrad, the first two cars. And Katie Roby right now, is she going to be in a spot with her teammate Dallas Myhan behind her? Maybe make a move, get the win, and that's one of my favorite. That might be my favorite Kevin Harvick throwback there. That's cool.
Guys, I have a
29.
replay.
Oh.
Right after the caution
on.
is out.
I'm driving.
There it is. Oh.
He said,
Pushkin is not happy. Pushkin is not happy.
Pushkin is like, blew my engine.
Tufts is coming back. He's got his help behind him.
And how about this? How about Ty McIntosh? We've seen him get involved in the heavy contact with the outside wall just a couple cautions ago. And he's able to push Caden Tufts towards the front here.
Damien jumps out. He wants to go with him. Caden, I don't think Caden wants to push him. Oh, Damien's in the sucker. He almost turned him.
Oh boy, he almost turned himself. That was crazy move, aggressive by both those drivers. And that's kind of what happened earlier. They didn't want to go with Caden. Now Caden doesn't want to go with Damien.
And that's a smart move.
Favor.
That's a smart move because you're taking someone who was in control of this race and you're putting them to the back. I mean,
that could nuked everything. I mean, that.
Tim Conrad this weekend was talking about how bad he wants to win an OSCA race, and I think he's showing it tonight. He knows this is his chance, and he really, really wants to win an OSCA.
He wants to pull on Adam. He wants to pull on Adam Peeler and back into it.
I did not back into that. I was clear before they wrecked, but that's not the point.
I want to think Tim Conrad is in danger right now. He's got a bit of a dynamic duo behind him and a whole lot of space after that.
I bet he makes that car very wide. I think Tim is thinking, I'm either going to wreck it or I'm going to win it. That's all he cares about at this moment.
Yes, baby.
Checkers or wreckers? Bring home the steering wheel or the checkered flag. Coming to 10 laps to go here at Talladega. They don't need fuel
So those
And right now,
those top
it's
three
also-
are all kind of in that position where like they want to win, but the top two especially have not won in OSCA before. So
I think
Dallas has won a
the-
single race at iRacing Super Speedway in the trucks.
that
Oh, that's
is
right.
not true. I don't think. I believe.
No,
he
Dallas won in the Xfinity card. Yeah, at Charlotte.
Yeah.
And it was a very impressive drive that I did not see coming out of Dallas. No offense to Dallas, but he went up and straight up passed like 5 guys on pure speed, guys who traditionally run up front, and he just kind of whipped them. It was like, all right, Dallas.
I think
Yeah,
Tim is
actually-
also driving with some anger and some frustration from last week, so maybe that's why he's being so aggressive trying to stay out front.
Katie and
He's not getting paid for this race. Neither are any of his teammates or mechanics.
if I'm Katie or Dallas, I don't think I do anything. I think
Yeah,
if I'm
just
one
wait.
of those, just wait. They have all of the cards in their hands. There's really not much of a. I mean, Damien's there, so Damien's going to try and make something happen. But unfortunately for Tim, Tim's kind of a sitting duck right now. As soon as Katie and Dallas decide they want to, they can pull out and go right around him. They did it to him earlier this race, and now there's even less momentum coming from behind. Unless Damien and Cooper get up there. I haven't really mentioned Cooper Johnson yet today, but now he's hooked up with Damien.
Also,
That's what Tim needs. Tim actually really needs Damien to get up there to make it to where they can't just pull out and go around him. So that's a weird thought, but that's actually what Tim needs.
Because as it stands right now, he's screwed. But if they get up there and start racing, they could get split up, and they're going to have to start worrying about other guys. And I'm trying to see where Tim's backup is. Unfortunately, it's not really
Back in
close.
10th. Yeah, it's not looking good for OSCA Daddy Tim Conrad, but again, he can make that car wide if he makes the right moves. But as of right now, although one of the teammates are about to get blocked there, Damian Leininger almost catching up to the 15 car.
Hey, here we go. Look out.
Everyone goes high, but now they're going to shoot down low. Katie shoots low.
They
Damian might
baited
push
him.
3. I don't think Damien's going to push him. Damien might put him 3. Oh, no, they're going to pick up OSCA Daddy.
Ooh.
The lead
Now
though,
Katie
92
Roby in the lead. Coming to 7 laps to go once they get to the line. How about James Watson? Oh, almost getting loose there in the tri-oval. Getting a good push from Dylan Thomas right behind. And that might be just enough gap for that top line to get a run.
Dallas
But
Mahan
it's about the same hand.
really shoving Katie going into the corner, but that outside line has come on strong here.
And you got to feel that, especially the way that these guys, Katie and Dallas have. Oh, did we just lose Dallas? We lost Dallas.
No.
Oh, Tim Conrad went to the.
He's
Oh,
back.
goodness!
Oh,
Tim
no.
back! Whoa! How did they not wreck?
Whoa! For him to hang on to, you see how sideways his car got?
Great save, but man, that is a heartbreaker for Katie and Dallas. They were doing such a good job.
Yeah, they were, as you said, in the catbird seat, looking good. But unfortunately, now
Two
that
races
pack's
in a
broken
row.
up, and now Damien's got his teammate Cooper Johnson on the outside, battling Tim Conrad and Katie Roby on the bottom. And basically, where does James Watson go in this whole deal? This will be the deciding factor.
Wherever. I don't know. I think he's got options. There's Katie Roby and Tim Conrad don't really have an allegiance to each other. It's kind of
They do
every
now.
man. Yeah, no, you're right. They definitely do now. Yeah, but
Yeah, let's be friends now. I know I just tried to pass you, but let's be friends.
let's
And
talk
Katie's a
about this.
part-timer, so
Yeah.
she's got nothing to lose. She's rushing for the win,
Yeah,
period.
for the win.
Yeah, the only thing she's going for. Lap traffic ahead. That could be a factor. OSCA Daddy maybe leaving the door open a little bit later on. Where it gets
Careful
down
here
here.
now.
She's going to fill that hole with 2 to go.
We have not seen 3 wide a lot. Here's a couple slow cars on top. That's Gavin and Dustin
Dewar.
Dewar. We're good. We're good. Caden Tufts and Tim Sparks pulled up to the back of Cooper Johnson. I still wouldn't, even though track position is so important, I would not count Caden Tufts out of this thing.
Pat McIntosh and
No.
Dallas Mahan lost the draft.
Lost the draft. Yeah, damaged race cars. Dewar and Gavin split up. That was kind of maybe hurt the 15 and the 89 a little bit.
keep tabs on Kynan Jones and Zach Rogers just hanging out back there. If something stupid happens up front, those guys are going to have a run and put themselves back into this fight. 4 to go. Damian Leininger knows.
Yeah, the top side looking to get disciplined. It's pretty even car-wise, but the top line really forming up well. Maybe actually having a couple extra cars up top.
Damian said he felt like.
What's
Damian said he felt like he had to win. Team sponsor or the sponsor in the race. He's in the 3-car. He said he felt like he has to win.
And how cool would that be? You know, he got the pole. He's running the Earnhardt 3-car here at Talladega. If he can pick up the win here, but how about this? OSCA Daddy on the inside, powered through, but he's sticking with who he came to the dance with, Katie Roby on the inside. Coming to 3 laps to go here in half number 1 of the Traders Brewing Company 400K. Again, top 15 cars will invert. That might be an interesting battle there back by the 15th spot too. Just kind of
Watching. Oh, yes, you got jumbled. I'm watching Caden. Come on, Caden. You know you want to do something.
Even Damien just said it now, doing it for Dale. 3 laps to go. Getting a good run on the outside, and all he's got to do is lead this race once they cross the line. But I wonder if Cooper, once we get down to that last lap, will he stay behind his teammate? I'm sure
that the 30 car. I'm sure the 30 car pulls out. There's no way the 30 car sits third line on the outside. There's no way.
And you know that double zero. We've just seen it all night. He's not going to stay there either.
No.
2 to go.
I think
Inside line forming up.
I think if Tim can wrap that bottom and just stick it on the yellow line, I think he has where he the advantage, because there's no way those 2 cars are going to stay there.
That inside is starting to fade behind Katie. James Watson, he lost his help. Here comes Tim Sparks.
Tim Sparks on the outside. Damien's got that inside line clear. Did. OSCA Daddy trying to hang on, coming to 1 more lap to go. Once they get through the tri-oval here, but man, these guys are starting to push a little bit harder. Now that the checkered flag is on the line, will they get to it before they wreck? They will. Tim Conrad is trying to motivate the 92 of Katie Roby to get this win for OSCA Daddy. They're pushing hard on the inside. This is where mistakes could be made. It's going to be aggressive.
Damian
pushes on both sides.
Damian's been the lead car 4 out of the last 6 laps when they hit the line. It's going to be a late shove here from Katie. They're going to have momentum at sea. Can Cooper get to Damian in time? Huge surge by Tim Conrad.
But was it too early? Are they going to get hooked up going out of turn 4?
He might have to throw a block here to get away. Come on, Tim, going through the tri-oval. He goes up top. He goes up.
It goes up the block.
Wide.
Damian got it.
Oh.
Damian got it by a fender. Oh, man, OSCA Daddy falls to 4th. He had really no other choice, I think, but to block that top line. But what a race coming to the line. Damian Leininger wins. Katie Roby 2nd. Cooper Johnson
Was it
3rd.
a tie?
Tim Conrad 4th. And James Watson in 5th. On the screen, I think he won it by 1/1000th of a second.
6 1/1000ths of a second, man.
So I just went back and watched it, and yeah, I think Tim is too indecisive. He needs to make the block here, and he kind of lazily makes it, and then he tries to get back down, and
just a little, and got a little loose. If he would have made that block a little bit early,
you know what?
He just needed to commit. He just didn't commit. He needed to commit to the block.
He got really, really out of shape too. We've seen guys just running their line, getting out of shape in the trial. He tried to go from the bottom and move up, man, and that's just wow! It got out of shape.
It just he second guessed the block, and I think that's what cost him the win right there. He's not an aggressive blocker, and it's not something he normally does. That's way out of his comfort zone.
But you know what? He was toast either way. If he didn't try it, Damian had such a run late there. I mean, I don't think he can hang his head too low about messing up the block. He was done for anyways. Damian had a run.
Right, and I think it's that thing. You either commit to staying with Katie and staying down there, or you throw the block. You can't as soon as you throw the half block, you messed yourself up either way.
Mm-hmm.
So,
All right, I'm gonna let you two guys interview Damian. I gotta go change my jersey for luck in the second half of the Packers and half number 2 for David Westergreen. So we'll bring Damian up. I'll be right back. I'll hopefully get a word in here with Damian once I get back. But here he is, Damian Leininger, winner of half number 1.
Damien, you did it. You said you had to win in the 3.
We did
you
it
said
for
you
Daniel.
had to do it.
For Dale.
I'm a little sad because I thought Daddy OSCA was going to get his first win, but then I was also happy when the 3 won, so I'm a little conflicted.
Oh, that was a race, man. Holy hell, that was a race.
So what were you thinking coming out of 4?
Honestly, I didn't think we were gonna have enough of a run. Cooper wasn't able to get to my bumper there, and we were so far back, and so I was trying to. I don't know if side draft really works, but I was trying to do everything I could to try and get as close and maybe pull them back. And I think Tim kind of saw I had a little bit of a run, went up, and then started kind of losing it. And I was just like, well, I'm just gonna hold it on the outside and hopefully we can get it. And I saw I came across the line, and on the relative it was 0.0 to Roby and I was like, I don't know who got it. And then it right there at the last second it updated to us, and man, that was so much fun.
That was a lot of fun. It was a hell of a race to watch. You got anything for him, Matt? You sounded super excited.
It was fun to watch, man. That was sick. That was amazing. Man, just it looks like the runs are so hard to come by, but at the same time we've seen just 2 or 3 guys hold their own versus a whole freight train of cars. I mean, just speak to the general dynamic of how these things draft, how they push, and how they act in the pack. Give us kind of a better understanding that we might be missing.
Yeah, so it doesn't really, I mean, I said this in the pre-race thing, you don't get a lot of big runs. It doesn't suck up as well as you think it would. If you're able to kind of peek out a little bit and then just get a little bit of air to the nose, I mean, you might get a little tiny gain, but it's not like in the other cards where you can get that and get a big run and try and go. It's really all about, you can't really break the throttle. You almost have to leave it wide open all the time.
Oh man, that's ballsy.
Yeah, you can't
Just
really
you
break
have to.
Yeah, you can't break it, or you just fall back and then you take so long to get back up there. So you know, it's all about if you can get some teammates and you can you know, get some help behind you, you can get a little bit like I said, we had 2 or 3 guys there on the top, and we think we fell back to right around 4th or 5th, you know, battling on the outside obviously. And then I think we got a couple more cars lined up, and it allowed us to kind of get back up there. And I don't know what it really looked like there at the end, but it was just trying to do everything we possibly can to maximize our, you know, the advantage at the top to get the run down the straightaways and to minimize the loss you get in the corners.
And can you talk to me real quick about that tri-oval?
I mean, I didn't have much problems with the tri-oval. I know some people did. I didn't. I don't know if that's because I ran a majority of the race in the top loop on the top groove. Just because I feel a little bit more comfortable up there running that second lane than I do wrapping the bottom every single time. But I know some people have had some troubles in the tri-oval, but I personally didn't come across any in the first race.
Anybody else got anything?
I do. I missed the beginning part because I had to change my jersey for good luck for the Packers and David for half number 2 here. But good strong run. But as you kind of were alluding to it, talking about the runs and how these cars draft, you don't have quite that suck up as maybe we'd see in the newer gen version of the newer Gen 6 version of the cars, the Camaros and Mustangs. Were you kind of dependent? You did have Cooper Johnson, your teammate, behind you, but did it also matter who was behind him, and just having that top side kind of forming up late in the race there?
I would say I don't know if it matters so much as who it is. I think it just matters that you had to have at least some number of cars there. Like I said, when it was Cooper and I on the top lane, we kind of held our own right around 4th or 5th, and maybe we got an incremental gain here, but we had to be like on it all the time. Where if we got that 3rd or 4th car, it just gave us that little bit of extra momentum in the line to build, and we were able to slowly work our way forward once we got that. excuse me, and then just kind of go from there. And I honestly, a lot of it was I wasn't really looking at my mirror because I knew I had Cooper back there, and he was kind of doing the mirror kind of driving for me, and I was trying to focus on just trying to stay as close to the inside line and that as I possibly could to try and just have the opportunity for what we had here coming out of 4.
Yeah, and it was it was a wild finish, as you said. It's going to be interesting to see how these lines form up here in half number 2, seeing what everyone's learned from what we've seen in half number 1. But now you're going to have to come from 15th up to the front. What's kind of the game plan? Are you going to kind of let guys get a little wild and crazy in the first half of half number 2? Or are you going to go right back to where you were?
Listen, I think Dale would be disappointed in me if I didn't go for it, if I rode around. So
Damn straight.
I plan on trying to just see what I can do and making some moves there. And I don't know if I'll be as aggressive as I was to start the first half, but I'll definitely be not trying to ride around or dropping back. I'll be looking to get somewhere up to where I can make some moves.
Yeah, and I think the good thing is you'll have Steinmiller and Westergreen, the guys you're working together pretty well in half number 1, pretty close behind you to kick off this race. And I'll be looking forward to you boys going to the front. So it should be a fun show. But before we let you get ready for half number 2, any shout-outs you want to give?
Yeah, Traders Brewing Company. They wanted to do this this special scheme tonight, so shout out to them and Nate for the idea here. Ryan Lutz for putting this car together for me, painting it. I put him through some hell when he paints my cars a little bit, and he did a great job on this one. Hank wasn't on the box, but he still was in the ear in the chat with us, and just everyone else that helps put this on. Vic for allowing me to be the 3 car this week. It was a lot of fun there doing it for Dale, and see if we can do another one for half 2. And shout out to Anthony. We got him into victory lane there, Nate.
Heck yeah, love to see it, but best of luck to you. They're gridding up. I think they're waiting for you to get ready for half number 2, and go do it for Dale, baby.
Alrighty, thanks, guys.
Damian Leininger, winner of half number 1. Yeah, we got a pick to make.
Peeler, you get to go first. You're the worst judge, so.
Oh man.
Finally, me or Vic.
I'll take David Westergreen.
Oof, I hate to give you some more bad news.
You did say both. You did say both halves, didn't you?
Sure did.
Oh, you don't get to pick David Westergreen.
Up next, Matt.
David Westergreen.
you no. Oh, come on.
Ooh, wrecking on the grid? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm seeing some smoke.
There's
What is
smoke.
going on?
There's definitely smoke.
Who are you actually picking, Matt?
Well, there's nobody on the. I can pick David, can't I?
Well, Peeler picked him.
I just
I
picked
thought,
him.
I thought you said he couldn't pick him.
Yeah, you can pick him.
Shoot. I'm sitting here wondering, like, why aren't we going, man?
I am not the problem. I am not the problem.
I am the problem.
It's me.
Oh, the consequences of my own actions. Adam Tepe again. Let's double down. Come on.
Who's
Okay.
next?
Up next is you, Goody.
Ooh. I'm going to go with the 15 of Dallas Myhand. I think he's going to get a revenge for what almost could have been.
And up next is me, and I'm going to go for the 97. I'm going to go for DJ Weeks.
Ooh, I like it. I haven't mentioned his name too much tonight.
No, he's been in the pits most of the night.
Yeah. Where's that? He got
Yeah,
involved in the...
Carlos, who you got?
Oof, did I win? I won half 1? Wow, the 43, the pick I made,
God.
did a fantastic job. Unfortunately, he will wreck out in this session. I think the 3 is not... Wait, if I pick the 3, is it actually a 3 or is it 12?
It's a 12. It's a 12. You better hurry up, because we're coming off turn 4 to get going, so...
Robert Hill
Remember
Jr.
this on green does. Okay.
Ooh, that was actually my safety.
Yeah, that was my safety, but I got to go first, so it doesn't matter. It's a stock.
Now we will see Ty McIntosh lead the field to the
Darren?
green flag for half number 2. Yeah, where did Darren go?
He was supposed to be the pole sitter.
Is he in the field? Did he miss the grid?
He's starting from pit road. He had internet issues.
Ooh, the old internet issues. So now Ty McIntosh will lead him to the green flag and an inside line, getting a good jump. But Justin Cobe on the outside trying to get that formed up. But Dallas Mayan, we know he can push towards the front. But everyone minding their P's and Q's. And I gotta wonder too, guys, if from what we've seen, especially early on in the going with some of those wrecks, if these guys will kind of play it a little bit safer here. But I guess either way, I won't be shocked.
No, there's always how dangerous it is, so you play it safer. There's also how they're gonna drive, and what your limitations are. So let's have some fun.
And there's guys that were in the mid pack that are now up front, and they want their time in the sun. So,
oh yeah,
it's never gonna be calm. I just gave up on thinking that was ever a thing.
Remember when you were optimistic before the green flag flew?
How many wrecks are we at? How many wrecks did we have the first half? 2 or 3?
Oh, I think we might hit our over tonight.
3.
3? Okay.
So we need 3 more. Hey man, that's gonna 5.5 was a great line.
Check their DMs in Discord.
Somebody does. Who's somebody?
Oh, it's me. I thought I fixed it.
Oh. But right now, Ty McIntosh, who had a strong run going, even with a damaged race car, I think, in spite of finishing, back around the 14th position, I think he ended up getting her third. I don't know where he finished. Half number 1. I got to look now. But he was up front with the damaged race car in the top 10 late in the going. And now his car is clean again. We've seen him with the clean car early in half number 1, mixing up for the lead right now, holding on to that top spot with super sub Zach Rogers in that number 1 car, at least for the foreseeable future now too, I believe. Right behind him in the Landshark, Kynan Jones.
From the media post, they made it sound to be like it was temporary until a full-on replacement is available. So it looks like he can cover some races, but maybe is not able or isn't signed on to do the rest.
Yeah, so maybe it still gives him that option. I think Zach Rogers is like old suitcase Jake Elder. He likes hopping around.
He does. He really does. We've had that conversation. He enjoys it.
It could also be like what we at RKM did last year or last season when Parker had to step away from the car and we tested there for a couple races before we committed to him.
Yeah, that could be.
Parker.
Parker was cool.
Guy showed up, swept both Daytona races, had a good next couple
"Alright,
races, and then left. And was like, I'm out.
He left his mark, that's for sure.
See his Twitter post. I hope he's doing well.
Yeah.
Definitely
well
got
right now.
What is this? The top 20 just about up here. Maybe more like 16, whatever. The top 20 packed up, and you can definitely see the fall off. I think starting with about Hank Steinmiller, the guys who really don't want part of it. Me personally, I like what David Westergreen's doing. I see David Westergreen. My preferred spot in pack racing at plate tracks is kind of just off the lead pack so I can see what's happening, but I don't really want to be tucked inside of it. I don't want to be part of it.
Yeah, I'm that same way. I want to stay in touch with that lead pack, but I also don't want to lose that draft and be almost too safe behind them, because then if need be, if it happens to go green, it could be a little scary there too. But now that outside line though here, boys, starting to form up, and now Justin Cope talking about maybe another super sub on the outside.
Oh, Zach Rogers. Oh my goodness, Zach Rogers almost turned Tyler McIntosh. You get to check up big time, and that's a huge stack up for the inside lane. Cooper Johnson taking evasive action, going below the yellow line. He's going to lose a ton of ground, but wow, that totally demolished the inside line.
Inside line not getting disciplined, and now, Dallas Mahan pokes to the bottom. He'll take his teammate Justin Coben, and it seems like no matter where Dallas Mahan is on the racetrack, he's got a buddy around him.
Cause you gotta have friends.
You know what? The Packers do it. Maybe making a comeback. They just scored a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Oh, Dallas!
Dallas
Dallas got loose.
Oh, Dallas below the line, able to hang on to it.
13 spoons.
Yeah, he got loose. Oh, that 13. Oh, man. Poor Dylan's internet. I swear, he's always up front when he's blinking too.
That's what happens when you live out in the middle of nowhere in Texas. Just saying.
Yep.
No, he's
gotta
right.
He's got to get Starlink though. And how about this? Thomas Capuano getting a push from Dylan Thomas, taking a shot at the lead on the outside. We haven't mentioned his name a bunch this year, but he's having some pretty strong runs. He's gotten a few top 10s. Some of these halves.
Coming back.
Oh, and OSCA Daddy, you know he's hungry. He even though he didn't win the race, he still was giving congratulations. He said he had fun after half number 1. So you know he's living large. He's
Living like Larry.
He's feeling good, and he's racing good right now. Currently in that 6th spot, but he's looking for more.
This car makes me want a creamsicle.
It makes me
That's
want.
all I think about. That's what I think about when I look at it as a creamsicle. I don't know why.
Man,
Are you looking at the flames?
Nah, the orange reminds me of a creamsicle.
Oh, well, you're probably too young to remember the Tabasco Fiasco car, do you? You remember?
mean, so was
Yeah,
I,
I
but
think
I
I
remember.
do.
Does it make
I
you
mean-
feel good saying that, Goody? You were probably too young.
You're
to
not
remember.
that much older than me,
Yeah.
Goody.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm not that much older. I was I believe around 13 when that car was around 12, 13.
What year was it?
98.
I was
Okay,
about,
so I was 6.
I was like negative
Oh, yeah.
3.
You said
Cool.
-3.
Cool. That's
Cool.
what I love
We're
to hear.
old. We're old. We get it. We know it. We're old.
Uh,
Somebody to pit row. Who just pulled off?
Hill.
Robert Hill.
oh no!
That was
Tim
my pick.
Sparks. Oh, whatever.
What?
Oh, whatever.
This
Sad
is not in my
day.
calculations.
Cannot compute. But right now, who is computing? Again, Thomas Capuano, the outside line once again. And I gotta feel like that. Oh, Dylan Thomas going to the inside. It feels like if on about even ground, I think that top side might have just a little bit of an advantage. I don't. Are you guys picking up the same vibe there?
I am picking up what you are putting down.
I think they just handle better. I think they
Find what
handle
you
better
said.
up there.
Yeah.
I don't think they're having to lift and be out of the gas as much.
Hey, let me tell you something.
It's-
If it's handling better, then it has an advantage.
What? What? What?
You about made me cuss on air. Dang it.
Are you reacting like the guy in the State Farm commercial? You are if you bundle them.
I'm smarter than you.
Oh man.
My
But
girl,
and I
my
think
girl
the queen
hates it when
also
I'm like
alluded
that.
to that. Oh man, I'm not even gonna tell you what Dewar was talking to his girlfriend before the race. He was. Oh boy.
Can we bring him
Some
up? Can we,
issue there for
I want to have a word with him.
Driver chain. Driver.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You gonna bring?
Mid-race
up Robert?
jumper swap. Daytona 24 hours.
Yep. Oh man. So where is he? Is he
He's last.
Is he in here somewhere?
Oh,
He's last. Well, yeah, no, really, Carlos, he's last. We didn't notice
He's
that.
in the nurse aviator chat.
Oh boy.
Oh, he's in my chat.
Robert-
Oh God, no, Tim!
Wow.
I want to talk to you.
Takes the lead.
Whoa,
Oh
Robert,
my God!
Robert,
Welcome.
what?
Hi.
What the F?
Tim.
What? Tim Sparks. What's happening?
Hi, I'm on the racetrack.
Why'd you go down pit road?
So I accidentally locked the wrong lock on the door. My mom was locked outside. I had to let her
Oh,
know.
that's fair.
Oh,
You
it's
gotta
the
let your mom
equivalent of a
in.
loose wheel.
Yeah.
Equivalent of a loose wheel.
Well, caution will bring you back up.
Yeah.
So
Alright,
yeah, this is fun.
Yeah, send him back down.
All right. Good luck. We'll hopefully get on lead lap here soon.
If Tim keeps making moves like he just made, we will have a caution very soon. That was the most risky thing I've ever seen that man do in a race car.
When did you get back up there?
Man, wow. Both and Caden Tufts, these guys that we've seen contenders at the end of half number 1. But I think that move too by Tim Conrad just shows how hungry he is to get that win and how close he was, and maybe learn from half number 1, as you said, Peeler, not making that aggressive move. Maybe now he's getting a feel for it because, man, if he did that in half 1, he might end up in victory lane.
He's also in luck because I just checked, and basically all Weekend Woodsman and Nurse Aviator are in the same chat working together. So I'm pretty sure Dylan cut him a break.
I don't know if anybody caught that, but Caden just about ditched the girl for the first time in his life.
Come on,
This is
man.
also the first time he's ever touched one.
Oh, that's
No, he's
Hey,
when it's your first opportunity, I mean,
Ain't gotta
come
do my man like that.
Oh, there was more pre-race than Adam knows. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I know. I can't talk about that on here though. We don't have an 18+ sticker like my Twitch does.
You don't think OSCA should have an 18+ night?
I feel like a lot of times I feel like we're flirting with it. We're like PG-13 plus or something.
We should come up with like some agreement or something where we'll do something and we can have it on Twitch and we'll just
Call
do
it
18+.
OSCA after dark.
OSCA after.
Oh, that's what we need to do.
dark.
That's what we need to do. We need to have a special event where I can stream it on Twitch and with like some random cars, and we'll just have an OSCA after
We
dark
need to
race.
have an OSCA Twitch account.
Or that.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'll just mooch off of him. It's fine.
I
I
don't
pay him
care.
for a subscription every month anyway, so it's fine.
That means I get viewers. I'm cool.
Yep, win-win.
That's awesome.
Mutually beneficial.
Zach Evans literally paid me tonight as a subscription not to pick him, and I still picked him. So
Yeah, that's a scam.
Oh,
Wow, dude, that's fraud.
you're one of those Twitch streamers, aren't you?
well, I tried to pick somebody else, but I didn't work.
There's like 30
Didn't
drivers.
try real hard, man.
I got
Man,
the money.
oh,
I'm
man.
running.
You know what I'm liking out of the racing so far here tonight, guys, is that these guys are making aggressive moves, but no one's doing anything too crazy. I think they've learned
About to
what
ruin
these
it.
Oh,
what these cars are.
No!
Oh my
Jody,
God,
quick,
nope.
stop,
Yep,
stop talking.
stop,
Stop talking.
hey, how the
Especially considering, especially Packers are on the comeback.
Yeah,
Hit a
it's
mute
20,
button.
27-11, and they got the
They
ball
just
back.
got the ball
Let's go.
back. Yeah, I was gonna say, oh my goodness. I was gonna say, quit talking about them being clean and stuff because we've got lap traffic coming up.
Oh boy, lap traffic. That could be a huge factor here.
Yeah, last race we only had 7 or 8 cars trying to navigate it. Now
Oh,
we've
is that
kind of
Darren
got
and
the whole field.
Darren and
Yeah.
Rashid, and these
Oh,
cars aren't
Darren.
damaged like we've seen, so they're going to want to stay in this pack as well.
Oh, the opposite numbers are helping each other.
Oh, that's cute.
How
That's cute.
They grow up so fast.
They cross.
And it's
Oh,
funny
what are we
because it's
doing?
Monte Carlos' car.
Oh,
Hey,
come here.
hey guys,
Whoa.
guys,
What
happened?
3 wide.
this is not. What is happening?
Where did Terry come from?
It's the worst possible time to go 3 wide.
Oh boy.
Get in line,
guys,
boys,
you're
get in
impressed.
line. Get
I
in
know
line.
all you guys are in the same chat. Get down.
Oh God, it's gonna happen.
Darren's
Oh,
staying on the outside and the 50-50
Okay,
on the
Rashid,
inside.
go,
Guys!
go.
oh my goodness.
Get up,
Coming
get
to
up,
lap
get up,
60.
get up.
Yep, they got up like in the nick of time.
I literally
Awesome.
put my hands over my face. I thought something bad was
My
going to
hand is
happen.
on my forehead. No, my hand is on my forehead. That was some Carb Cup stuff, guys. Oh my goodness.
Man.
That's
I'm
like you and your
sweating.
buddy in Carb Cup, like, hey, the field's coming. You want to split and cover the whole track?
Oh man. I can't say much. I that happened with me and Urska in the Urska opener at Daytona. It was similar where the guy was on the bottom and then last minute decided to go up, and then I was like, I don't know what to do now.
I
I mean,
remember
I
that.
also did.
Yes,
I
yeah.
also did try to get out of the way at Monza and hit the guardrail. So there's that.
Ah,
Yeah, see.
Hey, did they make
Stuff.
it a fuel?
probably not.
I not doubt it. I thought it was like 20 something. That's what I thought we talked about.
Is 20? I've heard mixed reports on what these guys can make on a fuel run. So they're definitely going to have to stop, and I think relatively soon.
You know,
They
guys,
might even
this
have
is
to make
normally
2
the point
pit
where we
stops.
pull Tim in and trying to find out, but like, I don't
Oh
think
my
that-
God, we should
I
do
don't
it.
think
We
that-
should
no,
do it.
No,
No, I want to get him
no.
as well.
Man,
Let
we
Oscar Daddy
almost
concentrate.
No,
we
not
almost had
yeah.
one bad idea come to fruition.
No,
Let's not
I've
have
pulled
2.
drivers up by themselves at super speedways. That's perfectly fine. They're by themselves. If anything, it makes them more aware. Not in the middle of the pack. I'm not gonna bring anybody up.
No, especially he's wants that outside line to get up towards the front here as well. But Katie
You know, I
Roby
got
right now
somebody that is
looking
fine
good.
by the smoke we can ask.
You have
we
final
got-
say. If you as the league owner
Yeah.
and the
All
person
right,
paying
we'll
for
go.
the
We'll go me
broadcast-
fine. We'll go me fine. Zach, how we doing on fuel, bud?
Dude, I don't know. Somehow I've without even lifting at any point, so I'm gonna probably just run out and park it in the middle of the field.
Well, we're asking how many laps of fuel you got left, because these guys up front can't be doing too much better.
Well, right now I'm full throttle with no draft. I've got 3.8 laps of fuel left. So
All right, so
whatever,
these guys are probably within
whatever
about 4 or
that
5
means.
laps. All right, thank you, Zach.
Yeah,
Thanks
they
for
got
the help.
a couple more laps.
I'll put you back
that's-
down there. That's fine.
And I wonder if that's just the danger of just kind of playing it safe out of the draft, even if you are full throttle, if you're not tucked up, formed up like these boys up front, as now OSCA Daddy retakes the lead on the outside. If that's kind of the repercussions of sometimes playing a little too safe.
Whoa,
Oh, he
Daddy.
did it again. Oh, he's got some brass balls here tonight.
Man, Tim is putting on a show.
Either
I
that
just-
or he's drunk enough where he doesn't care.
Yeah.
He's about 6 in right now.
It can be both.
Either way, somehow he has not ended up ascending to the clouds.
Yeah, and that's just a good sign for everyone else in the field, because that would have probably involved a lot of cars there. But now, Weekend Woodsman controlling this race.
Go, Dylan, save it.
Peeler!
That's not me.
Dylan Thomas, it's the 13 car. I'm still... it's still...
What is he doing? What is he? Feeler is very gentlemanlike.
It's still the 13 Sugar Moon car, man.
No, guys. No, what happened is Peeler almost fell off his chair.
Yeah,
He was just calling him.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh my goodness.
Don't worry, Adam.
Alex Great's up here in the top 5 now. He wrecked out early. He finished last, and he's all the way up to the front now, towards the front.
There
he's trying
are
to push Tom
not a few cars
McIntosh to
fitting,
the
guys.
lead.
Oh, here we go.
Yep. Oh, here,
Oh,
pit
boy.
road. Pit road
I see
activity.
Justin.
Oh,
Oh, no,
Hayden
Ken!
Tubbs.
Oh, that was speeding. That probably was speeding.
Hayden
That was
Tubbs,
a last-
black flag.
that was a last-second decision there for Caden to come down
that's
pit road.
killer. He's been doing such a good job. Uh-oh. What?
Uh-oh, we lost Peeler. See, Peeler! We lost Peeler.
Peeler!
Oh no. Unless, is he going 35 coming down this time by? I wonder if he's consoling his team. Maybe he's found some inside information here. Fishy.
Seen a lot of names pop up. A lot of guys about to come down pit road. I see Francis, Cherry, Hibbs. Here we go. Next round. Oh my goodness. It's
Katie
everybody.
Roby.
Oh no! Oh, James Watson is the only car that did not pit.
Oh no.
Pit road is
Lowest number.
busy. Oh,
It
this is
is
gonna be a
packed.
mess.
DJ Week stayed out, but he's not even close.
This might be a mess.
And I was just gonna say, Katie Roby, who led that race off pit road. Actually, Caden Tufts did, but she was another. Or no, Caden Tufts. I don't know what's going on with him with the
Couldn't have.
black
How?
flag, but
Tufts didn't make his box.
oh, he did not make his
Oh.
box.
So he has a black flag either way.
I just
Yeah,
saw about
see-
20 cars all fall down pit road at the
But-
same time, and they kept it clean.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I was actually listening to them. I went down to see what was going on with their pit stop, and they were doing a very good job of talking it out, planning it out. So I didn't actually get a word into the very end, but I do know they are all doing gas, no tires, and trying to keep the track position and running together.
So here comes Katie Roby leading the cars that just pitted. We'll see how far she moves up.
And right behind him. Oh, here we go. They're merging in.
She's got about 15 to 20 miles an hour on everybody right now. I don't know if she's going
Guy
to get all the way to the
McIntosh
lead.
and Katie are the top 2 drivers who did take tires. Everybody else ahead of them did not.
I'm
Oh,
wondering if
interesting.
tires might actually be beneficial here.
Especially with how these cars are handling,
Yeah.
it could be. But how about Nathaniel Cherry and Alexander Grates getting up front to the lead? Alex Grates. I don't know why I always say Alexander. It's more fun to say Alexander, really.
Sounds elegant.
I made
It
this
does.
name that last week, if you noticed.
Maybe,
Not
maybe it's still sticking in your brain.
Maybe.
Oh,
Maybe I-
there's
I did notice and didn't notice at the same time.
Look at the
ever think of that?
effects. Look at the effects on James Watson. I mean, he's
Yeah,
gone. He was
shuffled out of the pack.
left alone out there.
I'd
What
like
I
to
see
point
Todd-
out. I'd like to point out, Caden Tubbs was the only person who got a black flag. Now, in that second pack, I think the 8 car definitely locked up the tires. I'm not sure if he made contact with the back end of one of the cars in front of him, but he for sure locked up his tires. Either way, it could have been way worse.
And the other thing that's still surprised me was Katie Roby as well. She locked up the tires, got a little loose, and I was surprised that she was probably flirting with getting a black flag as well. But taking the tires up to 3rd place now, that outside line is rolling.
They're gonna put Damien in the sucker hole. Oh, Dylan's gonna come down or Dallas is gonna come down and get him.
Got Ricky Bobby on the top there.
Ooh, Damien, I think let Kynan in there. That was a wise decision. That could have been bad news, man.
And that was the savior for Damien because they were gonna put him in the sucker hole. Luckily, they caught that lap car and they had to let him back in.
That did save him. That outside line kind of losing a little bit of formation in the meantime. That keeps Nathaniel Cherry and Alexander Greats up in the top 2 spots. I'm sticking with it. Why not?
Roll with it, man. I'm with you. Alexander, let's go.
What's your name now? Get over
Alexander the Great.
The Greats.
Oh,
it. I hate y'all so much.
Don't fall out of your chair.
He's
tipping
another
over
one.
here.
He's in
It was
third chair.
still, he's still saving it. He didn't get back up on the racing surface. He is probably losing this lead pack here.
Holy
Oh,
shit, guys!
man.
I can drive. Did y'all see that?
I can drive. You lost the draft, man.
I can still drive. I didn't
Make
wreck.
another Talladega.
That's true. That was-
Frenchie can drive.
French, you can drive.
Has there ever been a time where a commentator started the race as a commentator and then ended the race as a driver?
Today.
Well, never in that order. There has been times where somebody started the race and ended the race as a commentator.
Oh, yeah.
And there's been a time when we figured out a commentator was driving.
Well, he wasn't
That's
commentating.
Mystery driver.
That's because
No, he
Vic
wasn't.
sucks at giving hints.
I had great hints for tonight. It's a shame that it hasn't worked out.
Oh, I would have loved to guess that. Oh
we
man,
may
that's-
have
I had
to
it
test
right.
it out.
I knew who it was, and that's who I was going to say it was, but it just kind of all fell apart.
Only because it says he's Canadian. Only reason.
No, I told you in the pre-race show I knew who it was.
Yeah, 'cause you cheat.
No. You just don't like losing.
How did you know?
so like,
How did I know? Because he was being all smug about it. And he was like, yeah, me and Robert Hill had a good talk today. We talked for about an hour, blah, 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 blah.
What's up with Hank Steinmiller just now coming off of pit road, guys? Anybody?
Not sure.
not sure. Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know. He's a whole lap behind already.
Someone's reading into the
Top side. How about those GM Goodwrench service throwbacks?
Yeah.
Katie
Look at the-
Roby and Damian Leininger up front.
The 45 sticking up there just to push and help. He's a lap down, but he's going to stay up there and try to help his team as much as he can.
This division amongst the field has become very interesting. We've got in this lead pack here about the top 12, and Cooper Johnson and Ty McIntosh and Dylan are kind of just hanging around, and then it's a whole corner back, about a whole turn 3 back before you get to Gavin Hibbs leading a line of about 7-8 cars, and then even further back before you get to...
Where's Gavin Hibbs? Oh, I see him.
Oh, is there nobody else behind Gavin Hibbs?
Joe Francis.
Oh, it's Tom Capiano,
Yeah.
and
Dave
he
Carpenter
is pretty much a
and-
sitting duck.
Yeah, and then
Oh, yeah.
Carpenter, DJ Weeks.
Tufts.
Saying it
Yeah,
now,
we had
boys.
that speeding penalty.
I called the under on 5.5. I'm looking pretty good.
You are looking good
Hey,
right
you know
now.
what? You remember when I just did it?
Maybe I
Remember
did
what
it on
happened.
purpose. Maybe I did it on purpose.
I'm sure those guys that we were just talking about that are off this lead pack will definitely
Wait, are
love
you
to see
saying you
caution
do not
from
want to see the 27 Nurse Aviator racing car win?
Can I be honest? About
No.
6 or 7 of the guys in the front pack right now are all working together in my Discord. So I'm happy with how that turns out.
Wow.
Ooh. Love it.
They're all Nurse Aviator racing right now. And I'm loving every
Especially
second of
Zach
it.
Evans, not doing me fine right now. He's going
But
a lap down.
The
Me
car's
not
fine though, right?
Yeah, he lost the draft full throttle, he said, too.
Especially with how important track position is. Having all those people work together, that could be huge.
They executed their
More
pit
so
stop
than
very well. It was awesome.
Yeah, they've definitely got it going here in the half number 2, 18 laps to go, coming to 17 to go once they hit the line. That bottom side right now, it's hard to beat them.
Kynan Jones.
Oh, Tim.
Tim got a little loose too. Boy, oh boy.
If you don't look now, but David Westergreen and Ty McIntosh, Dylan Thomas, Cooper Johnson have all caught back up, and it looks like David Westergreen is going to start working on marching towards the front here. I don't think he's too intent on waiting around anymore. We've made it this far into the race. It's time to go. You might need all 17 laps if you want to work your way through the field with the way these things draft.
Yeah, just like the Green Bay Packers looking good. Got a big completion here to end the third quarter. Trying to get back in the game. So is David Westergreen trying to get back in the mix. And I think just like the Packers as well, got to be aggressive here. With now only 16 laps to go once they hit the line. And I got to think, too, Justin Kolb, seeing him up towards the front.
Oh, pit
Getting to
road,
this
Robert
half.
Hill.
Did he lock his mom out again?
Dad out now.
How did he do it again? It's impressive.
Who knows? He's
Probably
good
ran
all
out
the
of
way
fuel.
Oh,
I
he
think
tried to.
probably fueled up when he went and did that, hoping on a caution.
Yeah, that could have very well been. But see if anyone makes some moves. We're getting to the point. I'd say what do you think? 10 laps to go. Once these guys will start ramping things up, starting to make these little crazier moves.
I agree with Matthew, man. If you're David Westergreen, you're Ty McIntosh, the way these cars draft, you got to go now. It's going to take you 11, 12 laps to get there. You're not going to get there in 3 laps like you used to be able to.
Usually you can hang around the back and just go, 6 or 7 laps. I'm start thinking about it. 5 laps, let's turn it on and do some crazy stuff, but it just takes so long. I mean, you could pass that many cars with the momentum, but it's not just you gaining little bits of momentum. It's so easy to lose the momentum, too. Losing the momentum is massive. Oh, my goodness. All right, I am so far behind. I just saw that giant.
Oh yeah, you are very far behind. The commercial break's almost over for the third quarter. But
I will say I like this drafting package. This drafting package is fun to watch. I understand as a driver it's a pain, and I understand you got to work for it and you got to plan it out and you got to be methodical about it. But as far as watching it, it is a lot of fun to watch these cars be very hard to drive, but also not be able to get away from each other.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me. Oh, Nathaniel Cherry
that's not good.
almost gets up into Katie Roby, able to hang on to it, able to stay up front in that pack as they lap again. Robert Hill, and now that top side line forming up, getting momentum going, and those two Harvick and Earnhardt cars pushing up towards the front. But speaking of, it does remind me of a 2000s to 2000 or like late 90s through 2002 drafting package we have here that you have to form up. You have to have teammates, and to get a win on your own, you got to have a friend, you got to have a partner. Right now, these guys are working together.
You gotta
getting down there.
They say it's a high-speed chess game, right? But with the cars that we used to run, it is a chess game, but you could see the move and you could make it right then and there. With these cars, you really have to be thinking as you're on the backstretch to set yourself up half a track later on the front stretch to even try to make a pass. So these guys are having to think way more with these cars than I think they have in the past.
Yeah, and it seems like right now they definitely are doing so, using their heads. But again, as those laps tick down, got to get a little crazy right now. Alexander Great's looking. I thought he was peaking. He might just need to cool down there, but he's looking pretty committed to stay behind the 27 Nathaniel Cherry. Was he in bounds? Sorry, Packer game. He was not in bounds. It was close.
What was the end zone?
Yeah.
Who was it?
Is Reed.
Thank God. I need Aaron Jones, man. Come on.
Yeah, now it could be a good screen pass to Aaron Jones time
Come
here for
on, man.
get the comeback. We could see it happen.
That outside line is not formed up.
Nope.
Yeah, it's definitely
No, it's
lost
not
a little
there.
bit of their discipline that we just seen them, just talked about them having just a few moments ago. And now
I
it
think
seems like everyone's single file and getting on that bottom lane.
I think if you're on the inside lane, you're thinking, let's run down here. Let's run 10 clean laps on the bottom, formed up. Do not let that outside line catch back up, and we can race it out. At least that's what they should be thinking.
Someone's going to make a move. Someone's got to make a move here. Again, talking about how long it takes and how hard they had to work for Roby and Damian. And although Damian's leading that top line, and that's kind of how he got into that position at the end of half number 2, is just never uncommitting to that top line. And right now he's leading it, but he's all the way back in 9th position.
Jordan Love took it himself, man. You jerk.
He's greedy. He wants the points himself. I think we're going to see another 2-point conversion attempt, too, for the Packers as well.
Hope if people are watching this, they're getting OSCA coverage and NFL coverage.
Well, we used to do the same thing for baseball a couple seasons ago.
You know, I wonder if they can make it on fuel. They all pitted about lap 22, and if they were going to be like a lap short from there, they're not going to make it.
No, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Dallas Mahan, Cooper Johnson, big hits all around.
Oh, Dallas might be okay, actually.
Cooper Johnson's the guy who took the brunt of that.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
Cooper.
a small wreck to be where they were in the field.
How did that happen?
Oh, Ty McIntosh.
It looked like Dewar got hooked up on the rear bumper. I don't know if it was a checkup or what happened, but Dewar, and he was the one who told me you don't want to hit in the middle of the corner. And that's almost exactly what happened.
Ooh, apron? Did he clip the apron?
Yeah, I think he clipped it. He's close.
Right
He's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pushing on the
That's
left rear in the
touchy
corner.
zone.
Yep. No.
Ooh.
And we're lucky this wasn't bigger.
Yeah.
Because they
that
turned in
could've
front of
been
the field.
I'm going to definitely cut into Ty McIntosh there.
Yeah, they did good to minimize that wreck here. Let's take a look on the onboard of Ty McIntosh.
Ty McIntosh twice. He almost got nailed by both of those cars, Dallas and Cooper.
Oh, he did a
right
great
there.
job. That's a great
I think
job to
he
get slowed down,
did
not to wreck
tap
the 6.
Yep, he got a little bit of. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Ooh, he gets through.
That was an amazing
Kim
job of
Kardashian
driving.
goes around.
Poor Kim.
No, not
And
poor
also
Kim.
earring in the backstretch.
And unfortunately for Steinmiller too. Well, I think he'll get his lap back, but he didn't get any damage from that, did he?
I think he's all right. He might have booped the inside wall, but nothing
Booped
to
it?
damage him.
Tires?
He booped it. You
Oh,
can't.
he might want to take. Dude, I don't know.
I
Track
think you should
position.
take tires.
I think track
position's-
position.
I don't think Katie
Track
needs
position.
tires.
I mean, we literally talking about how it takes time
mean-
to set up a pass, man.
I'm just hoping everybody takes them. Like, track position's important, but, like, no one's going to take them.
Yeah, no, there's no way. Oh,
Uh-oh.
Katie Roby, Mr. Pitbox.
Katie had to back it up.
And she is
Oh, that
taking
could
left
hurt.
sides.
And you got to wonder, some of these guys might not be taking full fuel loads.
Leineger's taking tires.
I don't think you need a
Grades
full
leads the
fuel.
race off pit road. Zach Rogers
Colton
second to Daniel
tires.
Cherry. Kynan Jones, Tim Conrad, Dustin Dewar. Dylan Thomas, Katie Roby taking those 2 tires in 8th. Justin Colvin 9th, and Gavin Hibbs will round out the top 10.
Westergreen took 4. Joe Francis took 4. All right, then.
All right, so now we got a little mixed strategies going on here.
I like it for
Interesting.
David Westergreen. I think David Westergreen entered pit road about 13th-ish. I think he came off about 15th. He's got 4 fresh tires and didn't really lose any ground. Usually you don't care about tires at push tracks, but I think it might actually matter a little bit. Maybe not as much on the top, but maybe having that little bit of extra grip, you might not notice it, but you might not scrub off as much speed running the bottom, you know?
Well, maybe, and to counterpoint that too, what if he took 4 tires because now he can make that 3 wide top,
Right.
and not have to worry about lifting, so he has all the momentum if he takes the top and makes it 3 wide.
And sometimes,
You're
even
right.
if it's just a perception thing too, if he just feels like Superman, he'd be able to have the
Yeah.
confidence to make
Placebo.
those moves. Yeah, a little placebo effect. We don't know.
I think we've only seen people try that 3 wide a couple times, and I don't think we've seen anybody try it on purpose. So
No.
this might be, David might have put him on there and said, you know what, let's go for it, let's try it.
Remember,
we haven't seen it.
5.5 cautions is the.
Yeah, we're at 4.
I think we could have 5 and 6 very, very quickly here.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Get down 8 laps to go once they get to the line. Be 7 to go, so coming to the green be about 6. I think they'll get 1 to go here this time by.
We're not choosing, right? I know we didn't ask that earlier, but I didn't think we're choosing to play tracks. Is that
No,
correct?
not choosing.
Packers need to stop the run.
Ah!
Ah.
The chair?
Oh.
Drop
Yeah.
Taylor? Oh, no, not me. So I thought,
Dude, I'm going back and clipping that. You don't understand. That's getting clipped forever.
No, you gotta clip. You gotta clip when he screams, "Peeler,
Hey,
peeler!"
that's what he's talking about.
That's what I'm saying. I'm clipping
That
it.
was
Yeah.
That's what I'm
so funny,
clipping.
dude.
That was interesting. That
It's
definitely was
amazing.
interesting. Oh my goodness.
Like, that actually might make it onto the OSCA Twitter. I'm not gonna lie.
Yay, me.
It was so
Yay, me.
funny.
Oh boy. We might have some more oh boy moments coming up here as Alex Grates and Zach Rogers on the front row. How about Blanchard, Kynan Jones right there in 4th, and then Tim Conrad will be restarting in 5th, and we know he's hungry. We've seen him make those aggressive moves to begin this half. Can he get up towards the front? Maybe challenge for the lead.
It's going to be a very aggressive restart. I think for sure that restart is going to be the best time to gain positions, and that's, you know, pretty universal truth. But especially here, once everybody's up at speed, they're kind of just up at speed, and you kind of got to roll with it until you get an opportunity.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch here. These guys are going to be aggressive. Everyone's going to be chomping on the bit here in just a few moments, getting that restart again with 6 laps to go here. Thank you all for tuning in to the Traders Brewing Company 400K. Again, half number 1, won by Damian Leininger. He's all the way back in 14th, guys, dude. He does have Westergreen right with them.
He also took tires. He took 4 tires as well.
So yeah, they have a plan. I think they have some sort of plan here. So it's going to be interesting how it's gonna play out. We're about to find out as the pace trucks down pit road. Alexander Grates already got a huge lead here. I think now Zach Rogers closing in, getting close to the restart zone, and we're almost there. I forget how long this is.
It's so late.
Green flag is back out.
All right.
Alexander Grates with
So
almost
ahead.
maybe too big of a jump. All alone.
There's gonna be a big one, guys. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, it could happen here because there could be some aggressive moves once they catch that 14 car. Although I think they're able to suck up to him relatively decently there. And he's going to hold on to the top spot in that bottom lane, but Zach Rogers takes over the lead. Kynan Jones moves into 2nd. They might be moving up, getting down below here in just a second. Oh, no, I think they like that top side.
Oh,
Ooh, boy.
that decision. It looks
There
like
they go.
Kynan Jones will make it down with Zach Rogers.
Now Dustin Dewar leading that top side. He's got Katie Roby behind. Is that going to maybe play a factor? We've seen Katie Roby push some guys up to the front. Zach Rogers leading this race with 5 laps to go.
How long are they going to play nice?
I don't
know if it'll be that long. And 5 laps here, 5 laps on a normal plate package is plenty of time. 5 laps here, you're out of time. You got to go.
Gotta go. And look at, they're already fanning out.
Here they go.
People making moves. I think it's Daniel Cherry and Alexander Grates going to the top side. See if they can get the advantage, and they will. as Alexander Greats pulls up in front, takes the lead over from Zach Rogers, coming to 4 to go. Side by side, coming through the tri-oval.
And that top line is on top of each other, and that's what you're going to have to do.
But you can't push in the tri-oval.
No.
I hope.
Yeah.
Yep. They had to back off there.
Getting that lead again. 14 of Alexander Greats. Side by side, it's hard to get a distinct advantage between the top 2 rows. Do we dare see anyone try to make that 3-wide move? Those guys in the back, still mired in the back. David Westergreen and Damien Leininger currently scored 11th and 14th right now.
If they're going to do it, they got to do it now. If they don't do it the next corner or so, I think they're asking for a caution is what they might be doing.
Are extremely high right now. All of the field probably running faster laps than they've ran the entire race. It's just going to take one small thing to set that fuse.
Nobody's lifting.
Oh no, nobody is.
It's almost there. Oh, I thought Kynan and Greats were going to get together. I don't know what the side draft effects of these cars have, but I don't know if these guys are going to try to test it out and see if they can get anything going.
They're running each
With
other
that side
so
draft.
tight, man. Oh my goodness, Katie Roby got a little out of line. She's all right. These things get so out of line and they move around so much. I don't know if we're. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, Nathaniel Cherry covers it off last second.
Oh boy.
That was
boy.
a big block. That was a big block.
They gotta run each other close so they don't leave gaps like that. But they move around so much. Running close is almost as much of a death sentence.
Yeah, it's damned if you do, damned if you
Right
don't.
here,
With 2
Tynan
laps to
Jones
go.
and Tim Conrad are out of shape. They kept their foot in it. They're all
They
right.
never lifted.
You can't at this point. Now that
No.
top side though gets a lot of the momentum. Oh! I don't know if that was planned or not.
That was definitely not planned.
Look out for him. Careful though. Zach Rogers has a run. Is he going to take it?
Well,
I don't know
27.
if he can move it top.
27 is doing everything he can to keep Dewar behind him.
Dewar's trying to push up towards the front, but man, he almost got out of shape as well.
Nathaniel Cherry won Talladega and OSCA previously. He's back up here again to try it again.
Can he get that top side going with Dustin Dewar, Katie Roby right behind him, coming to 1 more lap to go here on the night of the Traders Brewing Company 400K. Oh
saw
man,
that.
I can't believe they made it.
We saw the outside line win the last race with a big run off of Ford.
And here we go. It's starting just at the right time. Gavin Hibbs all over Katie Roby just gave a big shot to Dustin Dewar. If that momentum's coming, it's coming right now for the outside lane.
see if it comes. It looks like it's still pretty hard to get
Here
there.
they come.
Oh,
Here comes Nathaniel Cherry. Here
These
he
lines are
comes.
gonna
He's
break up.
passing him.
But is that top line going to have enough cars to do it?
There's only 3 against 4.
That bottom. Oh, contact! Oh! It's going to be a drag race between Cherry.
Oh, Dewar around. Oh, this is going to be a drag race.
It's
Only
going to
2
be a
cars.
drag race. Oh, it's a huge wreck.
Oh my
Get to the
goodness.
lead! Get to the lead! Get to the lead!
Cherry and Great side by side coming out of the trouble.
Oh, Grace is going to take it. Oh, here comes Damian. Oh, Damian almost stole it.
Oh my goodness, Alexander Greats wins half number 2 of the Traders Brewing Company. Damian Leininger second, Nathaniel Cherry third. How about Tim Conrad sweeping with 2 fourth place finishes tonight, sweeping 4th position tonight. How about Ray Bracey rounding out your top 5, and Darren Staff. We saw him go a lap down early, comes home
I think
in
there is
6th.
a side draft. Now
There
I'm
has
looking at
to-
it. Alex
we're still-
Grace.
I think we're
Sorry.
still
Alex Grace stuck it at like 189, 190 and held it. He got to Nathaniel Cherry's quartering panel. Nathaniel Cherry dropped from 190 down to 187. And then Alex Grace shot ahead. I think there was a side draft.
Yeah, it was hard to tell until they got side by side there. That was wow, what
Damian.
a finish!
I did not expect to see Damian.
Yeah, where did he come from? He just got through the whole
He just
mess
got through
of the
everything. Because he was running like 14th when the wreck started.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, Damian's view of the crash is wild. That man did not lift. Oh, that is the OSCA
Man.
gargantuan one.
That was huge. I think everyone got involved. You've seen the cars well after Greats took the checkered flag crab walking, someone crab walking to get to victory lane. But we do have Nathaniel Cherry, who came so close to getting into victory lane. As you see the final results, I don't know who wants to take the first interview. We got 3 of us in here.
I'll take it.
All right, you'll take Nathaniel Cherry coming home in 3rd.
Oh, it's fun being parts of good finishes, but you never want to be the guy on the losing end of it, Nathaniel. You were very, very, very close. You had the nose ahead heading into the trial vault. It looked like there was a bit of side draft. I'm not really sure how the physics work in that thing. I mean, I don't think there was anything else you could have done, but man, just talk about the finish there.
I mean, we had all of Nurse Aviator and all of Weekend Woodsman all in a VC together. We're all working together all night. I think at one point there, we had like the top, like 6 out of the top 8 there working at the end. Yeah, I mean, I worked really well with Alex on the second stint of the race after the green flag runs. Like, I really, after we were able to control the race until that yellow, I just wanted one of us to win, honestly. Yeah, and then I pushed Alex to the lead, took over to high side. Dustin was giving me a good push down the back, and I thought I had a shot, and then I don't know what happened behind, but I know Dustin and Zach started wrecking, and then the entire field died. And yeah, I said, Alex, it's you and me, and then I had almost a full car length. I was like inches away from winning this race. I'm looking at it right now. If I had like a quarter of a car length more, Alex cannot side draft me, and if I don't live in friggin' Canada, I don't get netcode and I can side draft them back and I might be able to win. But, you know, we'll take 3rd. Honestly, the way this season's gone, my best finish before today was friggin' 11th. So I'm very happy. I don't care that I didn't win. That was a great day for both teams as well. So I'm very happy with tonight.
And it just seemed so hard all night long to be able to generate runs, and that seemed like it was kind of an issue last season, but I can't tell if it's better or worse than it is this season.
I feel like it's a lot worse. Even running in the middle of the pack or the back of the pack, there was very few times where there was very little off throttle time. I was pretty much holding pedal to the metal the entire time. And that's why we all, like, if that yellow didn't come out at the end, and I think the entire field was going to have to pit again, we weren't going to be able to make it on one stop, even if you were in the middle of the pack. So, yeah, you had to manufacture runs, which is why it was nice to be in a Discord with everybody, because we were able to drag the brakes and manufacture runs to pull ahead of whatever line we were fighting against. But other than that, there was very little natural runs happening tonight.
And as far as momentum wise, you mentioned that the season has gone quite poorly for you so far. We know you've usually been a lot faster than the finishing results indicate this year, and I know you are faster than the results indicate this year. Does anybody in here know where we go next week?
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. Does that figure to be a track that you think you could continue this?
I mean, I feel like this should be like my 3rd or 4th week in a row of having top 5s, if not top 10s. So I mean, it really just comes down to how the cookie crumbles, really, for me. I mean, I feel like New Hampshire should be a good track for me. Like we've discussed before, how when it comes to like throttle control and short tracks, and I know New Hampshire's not really your classic short track, but it is a short track, how it drives. Like, it should be a track that benefits how I drive, but I don't know, it feels like I do not have much control over where I finish this season. So I'm not trying to think too far ahead. Gain some points this week. We'll see if we can gain more next week.
Anybody else have anything for Nathaniel here? I don't want to.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
So thank you for the amazing run in the car. I know it was big for you. I know we've talked about it multiple times about how the season's gone, but you definitely deserve it. I think that's the top finish for NAR this season so far, so I really do appreciate that. And the big thing, and I'm going to tell Alex Greats the same thing, so the viewers will just have to hear it again, but what you guys did tonight with Weekend Woodsman and NAR, and I think Zach Rogers was in there too, like all the guys who've been a part of those two teams, the dream was to have two teams that worked together, that helped each other. and ran it as one big group. And we've fought for that for a few years now, trying to get it together. But we got the right guys to do it now, and y'all did an amazing job. So I'm just proud of y'all from my seat. I just want to get that out of the way. But what was it like having 10 people in your voice talking the entire time? Because I know it can be chaotic.
My senses were very overstimulated the entire night. I like having quiet. Like I will talk loudly, like every once in a while, but I like having quiet. So there were times where we decided to start cracking jokes. Like Tim talked about how he can't trust a fart, and we were under green. We were under green at this point, so it was a bit difficult with that. But honestly, all the information going around the pit strategy, overall, it's a massive plus because when you know that not only you know, okay, I'm pitting this lap, and I know I'm only taking fuel. I know that 8 other guys are doing the exact same thing, and I know that I can trust that they're going to do that, and we've been working together, so I know that we can make up the time out of the pits. So from that, it's a huge positive. It'd be interesting to see what that situation would be like on a track that's not a plate track. I don't think it would work as well. But definitely on a plate track scenario, having 2 teams work together is fantastic.
Yeah, that's when I jumped in there when y'all were getting ready to pit, and I was gonna say something, but all I heard was pitting this time, I'm pitting this time, I'm going here, I'm doing this, you go here, you go there, and y'all just had it all worked out. So I just sat back and listened, and it was great to hear again, because that was kind of the dream that we've put out. So thank you so much for that. That was awesome to listen to.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, I do have some experience with doing that with when I was on shift, because also with S2. That's 6 people. It's not as many, but it is still kind of like the same scenario where you're trying to coordinate strategy on plate tracks, especially.
Goody, you got anything?
Well, not really anything. I just happy that we're able to talk to you here, because again, we've noted your struggles. You've been on here talking about your struggles as well this season, and man, I guess had to be a very unexpected place to get to top 10 runs here tonight.
Well, I only got 1, so let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Oh, I thought you finished 8th in half number 1.
I got Braxton DeWeese on lap 3, my guy.
Oh yeah, you started 8th. I looked at the wrong thing. My bad.
All good. I mean, I'm comfortable at plate tracks. Like, I know there are people who are going to listen to this and be like, oh, it's because you're aggressive, blah, blah, blah. I hate Nathaniel Cherry, blah, 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 whatever. Fuck you guys. Sorry, Carlos. But I feel very comfortable on plate tracks. Like, I know what to do. Like, it's just about being aware of where your surroundings. And, I mean, I appreciate what Katie and Damien were doing there with, like, 15 to go with, like, trying to side draft and take the lead. Like, I totally understand it. And from my point of view, I was like, hey, can we be aware of the fact that we have 15 laps left? But if I was on the outside, I'd be doing the exact same thing. It's just about who has the biggest balls, really, at plate tracks. Not saying that I have them, but I feel like I'm just comfortable with what I need to do.
Would you say you have, like, moderately large balls?
Ask your mom.
I'm just going to tell you to go back. You need to go back and watch your interview, because the camera shots of the wreck that happened behind you are amazing.
I'm gonna put this one again. You have to look at what Watson saw.
It's
3 cars flipping.
Hold on, Carlos. I'm opening your share screen. I'm looking.
So Watson did a full 360 in this.
Holy! What the heck? What happened to Dewar?
Did you see what happened to Zach Rogers?
Look at this. There goes another one.
Like, I'm listening to you talk, and I'm just watching more cars flip and fly.
What the hell?
Look what happens to him here.
No, but Watson never let off the throttle.
No, he's gonna get turned around here.
Oh my gosh! Oh god, he's gone! Oh,
no, wait.
He used the outside wall to help him.
What?
He finished 7th.
Oh my god. Yo, Vic, take the win away from Alex. Give it to James. What the heck? All right. I don't know if there's much more I need to say. I guess I'll do.
What's your shout outs?
Yeah. Thanks to SR Design. Thanks to SR Design for sponsoring the car this season. Thanks to Adam and Tim, I guess, sort of, because we're sister teams, for giving me the opportunity to race this season, and for the support throughout what's been a really crappy start to the season. Sugar Moon Creations. I'm probably missing something because I haven't had many opportunities to do shout outs this year. But thanks to everyone who makes this all happen. Thanks to you guys for putting on a good show as well.
Hey man, I told you, team fun. That's what we're here for. I'm glad y'all had a good time.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
That was Nathaniel Cherry. Unfortunately, picking up as many wins as the Green Bay Packers did tonight, but third place is still nothing to hang your head about.
Hey, there still could be a comeback. Don't. It's unlikely.
Aaron Jones touchdown, man. There's no way, but
Hey, it could. They're driving.
totally unlikely with this much time left.
But
I will
Peeler,
start screaming. By the way,
if he doesn't.
if he's no, I mean, I
if he
expect him
does.
to not. If he scores a touchdown, I'm gonna start screaming. So
Oh, yeah, there you go.
whoever's
I
getting
love it.
interviewed, it looks like Damien.
Damien's up next, and Peeler, it's on you.
All right. Looks like Damien's showing something, so let's hope we don't mess this up too much when we put him up here.
Who cares?
Damien, you made your way back to the booth. That was awesome. Before you even say anything, please walk us through how you did not die while everyone around you was dying.
Got lucky here.
There was partially luck there to netcode through Dusty. I'm not gonna lie on that one.
No.
But it was basically just not lifting.
Did you netcode through the one too, as the one is flipping over you?
did.
All the cars flying. There's
You
like
netcoded through
cars.
2 cars.
I don't know who I netcoded through, but I netcoded through. I know it Dusty for sure.
I think you netcoded through the one as he started flipping off your hood.
Just a little bit.
Oh no, that was awesome. Like we were sitting there and like we were watching the wreck and it goes back to the 2 leading and then they start wrecking and then you come out of nowhere and Goody's like, where'd he come from?
I thought you had it again, honestly.
Dude, so did I. If you watch my in car, like
we did.
We start coming through the to the tri-oval. I'm like, all right. I see them get close. I'm like, I need you guys to door bang, and they did. And I was like, I think I might have a run. I might get it. And then I get hit just barely enough by Cherry, and I'm like, that ruined it right there, just a little tiny bit.
How fun was that last few laps?
I mean, until everyone started wrecking, it really wasn't that fun. I mean, you were just stuck. I mean, we were just stuck. There was nothing we could do. We were just right in line, had to wait for the chaos to happen. I mean, I had Westergreen right behind me, and we were itching to try and make a move to go somewhere, and you just couldn't get clear. You couldn't do anything. There was checkups, and just wherever we went, there was just nothing you could do. So once they started wrecking, it opened up the hole to try and make some moves, and I'm happy I went up to the high side when I did there on the backstretch, because it allowed me to netcode through Dusty, and then the other 2 in there kind of got taken down to the bottom. So had I stayed down there, I probably would have been involved right in the middle of it.
So we saw you and David take tires. I'm guessing that was to try to maybe be more aggressive. Was that 3rd lane just never something that could come in? Because we all night we didn't see anybody go up there, and then when you had the tires, I figured that was what y'all planned, but it just never unfolded.
Well, yeah, so we didn't take tires on the first stop. When we did the green flag pit stops, we didn't take tires. And I started getting really, really loose there at the end of that second run, especially not even in the tri-oval really, but it really threw off the exit of turn 2. I was getting really sideways sometimes. So when the caution happened, we knew that some of those guys behind us were probably good on fuel, so they were going to take light fuel there. And I just wanted to be able to have the security, so if something happened right there, I could make the move without having to worry about getting loose like I would if I had the older tires there. We did want to get up to the top, at least the second lane, but like I said, it just never got enough of a hole to where we could both get up to the top lane. And you needed help, and that nobody was really willing to develop that 3rd lane. And I don't know. I don't know if it really would have even been beneficial, if it would have been good. I think it just would have caused more chaos, because we would have just had 3 wide there, and these cars did move around a little bit, especially through the tri-oval and stuff. But
that's what I found interesting, was the 3rd lane never came in tonight. I think the only time we saw it was when it was on accident. So I was kind of curious about that, but thanks for explaining that. Anybody got any more questions for Damien on his second trip to the broadcast booth of the night?
Yeah, I mean, again, you almost had that run to get into victory lane twice, but I think overall, as the night unfolded, again, being the title sponsor of the race, bringing back the 3 car for one night, getting a first and a second's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, when Vic put out the stats earlier of average finish at Talladega, and it was like 24th or something for me in the 6 races in OSCA. I told him I demanded a recount, and he told me it was right. So I had to make sure we got that number.
Probably more like 14th now.
Yeah, I had to do something to it. I mean, I'm a much better plate racer than that. I feel like so. It just overall was a really fun night. I knew coming in with the 3-car, I was gonna have to be more aggressive, and I was gonna be, just be more. I don't know, like not mindful of points and just go for a win or something. Like I'm good enough on points right now. I feel like in the next few weeks coming up, I really like the tracks we're at, and I just really wanted to not lay back and do what I typically do at super speedway races with the 3-car and do it right in its honor here. And glad I got a first and a second, and happy that Nate was, he sponsored this race. We did the throwback car, the tribute to his cat, and just everything worked out to be a really, really good and fun night tonight. And I don't think it could have went any better, except maybe one place higher in that last half.
Yeah, that's about it. That sums it up pretty well. And yeah, I think sometimes too that when you're more aggressive, it's not every time, but it could definitely change your luck on plate races. Sometimes sitting around riding, especially the way the draft folded out tonight, that it probably wouldn't have paid off unless you dodged all these wrecks. And hey, you did both.
Yeah, that was some great driving there at the second half, the last lap there. I don't care what anyone says. There was no luck in that. That was all skill.
No netcode luck at all.
That was all skill. All right, that was prime Dale behind the wheel right there.
I think you had the ghost of Dale Earnhardt with you. You were touched by Dale.
It looked like
that sounds weird.
It looked like some Jesus take the wheel shit.
It's funny. It's funny you say that, Goody, because Nate literally messaged me and said, "Is it D-Line Drive or is it the ghost of Dale Earnhardt?"
Yeah, no kidding, man. He guided you through that wreck.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. I'm happy that we could do it. That they allowed me to do it for one night, to switch the numbers and to really do that. It was a lot of fun, and I hope that the broadcast and people watching had fun with it too.
Oh, we had a lot of fun. It was cool seeing that 3-car back up front at Talladega. It was pretty neat. I'm pretty sure Traders Brewing Company is pretty pumped up about the night you had here as well.
Yeah, I think so too. And thank you to them again for coming on board this season. And really, I wasn't even gonna race, and he convinced me to come back and race this year. So thanks to Nate a lot. Like I said, Lutz for doing this paint again. Hank and the whole South Shore group. We had a solid plan, didn't always work out the right way. And Batflip Podcast, baseball podcast, you guys can go check out on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you want. It's about to be playoffs. Regular season ends on Sunday, so we have a lot of content coming that way on the YouTube and the podcast, and maybe even a live stream of a playoff game here with David, Matt, and I. So be on the lookout for that. And again, thank you guys for broadcasting this for us. Vic, thank you for all you do for the league. Thank you for letting me do this cool tribute and honor tonight. And couldn't have went any better. And on to what are we at? Richmond next week. Is
it or I told him New Hampshire.
It's Richmond.
I think you're right. It's Richmond, then New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Damn it!
How dare you lie to Cherry?
Cherry's gonna be all messed up.
Show up to the wrong track.
Yeah. You suck at your job.
I do, man.
Just like your football team sucks.
Hey, at least you can talk about my baseball team. That's fine.
Listen, how dare you be this bad for the Bakersfield boy at quarterback? I mean, this is just awful.
Hey, we got, he's growing.
He's fine. Your team's not around him.
Well, he's from California too. Jordan Love's from California. He's not from Bakersfield though.
He had some help at left tackle.
Is he from Bakersfield?
I think.
Yeah, Jordan. He's from Bakersfield.
Yeah.
He was actually he was in high school when I was in high school.
Oh, really? Did you know him?
No, he went to a different one.
We can still get the Aaron Jones touchdown. They have the ball back.
A crosstown rival, but I did know about him at least.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you guys understand. If I see Aaron Jones touchdown pop up, I'm gonna start screaming.
All right. Well, before that happens, I'm gonna get out of here so my ears are saved.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
You guys have a great night, and Vic, let me know what my average finish is now after this one.
Better.
Whenever you do it.
Improved.
I sure hope it's improved after first and second when it was 24th.
Well, can't you calculate it yourself, man? I mean, you know math.
I don't know all my finishes. Vic has all that stuff stored somewhere deep down in an Excel sheet that I don't know access to.
I'm sure he'd give it to you.
No, thanks.
All right, thank you, Damien. Awesome
you go.
night, and yeah, I got to shout out again to Traders Brewing Company for coming on tonight and letting me do that. That's pretty cool.
Before you go, I got you. It's
Okay.
18.5 now.
What the? Only
That's it?
18.
Yep,
I got a first-
18.5.
That's like 8 races.
Did
I got a
you
first,
okay?
a
Here,
second,
let me
and a third.
explain this. Let me
I think
explain
first, second,
this.
and
Field
third.
goal.
Okay, so you have a
Yeah, that's
25th,
weird.
a third, a 28th, 39th, a 26th, a 24th, and now a first and a second.
Yeah,
To add
I
on
don't-
to that, it's
don't believe
18.5 average.
I don't believe half of those. This is bullcrap.
This is bullcrap.
Get good.
Blasphemy.
This is blasphemy. This
Hey, man,
is
have a good
rigged.
night, man.
Later.
Sorry.
Tell me what my
Damn it.
average finish is.
Next, we'll bring Alexander Greats. He's been waiting patiently. He is the one who came home in first, and not only that, he went from worst to first. And Alex, the night didn't look good after a last place finish in half number one. But how did you work your way up to the front and get this win tonight?
Well, you know, during the first race, I had the boys put in the extra spicy motor and also changed the chassis over to the Fury for race 2. So it had some good roll center and had a lot of horsepower under the hood. So that's I think that turned into the finish we got today.
And speaking of good roll center, I think a lot of people were definitely begging for that. It looked like these cars were a handful, getting pretty loose. But that Fury chassis there ended up pretty good for you, huh?
Yeah, this car, I only had this car once. It was at Milwaukee. I thought I was doing pretty good. I made a few mistakes there, but it was really nice after getting wrecked on lap 3 of the first half to come back. I mean, towards the end, I was like, damn, I really got a shot at this. So I just held the pedal down and hoped for the best.
and it worked. And you know, because you didn't really last long enough in half number one to really get a feel for what this car could do in half number 2. Was there any nerves going into half 2 or were you kind of watching, just seeing how everyone else's cars kind of reacted? And seems, you know, in half 1 there was a lot more wrecks than we've seen in half number 2. Was that were you kind of studying before you got into the car?
I'm gonna be honest. I walked away, made ice cream, got a soda, sat down, watched some TikTok on my phone. I really didn't care. I came in here thinking, well, I've won plenty of NIS races on super speedways before, both in the Gen 6 era and in the next gen era. So I felt pretty confident in my chance. I think this is probably my best chance to win other than the short tracks this year. So I was pretty confident. And as the race unfolded, I'm like, wow, I really got a shot at this now.
Hey, I love it. I love the swagger you walked in with in half number 2, and hey, and it definitely paid off. But with that, Matthew or Adam, you got anything for Alex?
Yeah! I just wanted to tell. Go ahead. Go ahead.
That was it. I don't know who Alex is, but I am really happy Alexander won today.
Alexander the Great.
Yes, Alexander the Great.
Yep.
I'll take it. I mean, I've heard worse pronunciation of my last name, but it's funny and it works for the commentary, so I'll take it.
What? How do you actually pronounce it? I think we've been through this before.
I think we've been through this before. I think the first time I had an OSCA interview last year at Bristol, I think we went over this. It's Gretz, so you just don't pronounce the A.
Yeah. No, Alexander the Great. Alexander Great. That's what it is.
Yep.
It's Alexander Great.
Yep.
Well, I want to tell you, Alexander the Great, that I'm really happy you won tonight. I come down there, checked in on you guys. Y'all were doing an amazing job. I told Cherry, I'm gonna tell you the same thing. When me and Tim decided to get into OSCA and have 2 teams, we wanted to run them as sister teams. We wanted them to work together. It's never really came to fruition like it has tonight. So thank you guys. Y'all did an amazing job, and I really do appreciate it, and hell of a win.
Oh yeah, no, it was a ton of fun. Like I hopped in, I'm like, oh god, 10 people, how am I able to focus? But I think Cherry said the same thing in his interview. It was like it was just comedic. Like Tim would say stupid shit, everybody else say stupid shit. It's like it was fun. Like I normally like to be alone when I'm racing with very few people, so it was different for me. But I think having everybody there on that last restart, I mean, we kind of messed it up because nobody understood the countdown I gave for the start. Nobody knew when to go. So that was fine. But we had 1st through 7th, I think, locked through. So it was not. If it worked, it would have worked really well. But yeah, no, it was really nice having everybody to work with because I felt like no matter where I was in the field, I always had someone that I was in call with to work with and to make some moves.
Yeah, that's the sales pitch. I mean, me and Tim did it. It's their team fun, right? Like that's literally what I tell my guys that want to race for me. Like the wins are cool, the finishes are great, but we're all about team fun, and I'm glad that y'all had fun and you brought home the win tonight. So that was a hell of a race, bud.
Yeah, I mean, and I never thought I'd win an OSCA race, honestly. I've had terrible luck. Like, I knew I was fast enough some weeks to win, but I never had the luck on my side. Like, Michigan, I was fast, but I didn't have the luck on my side. Milwaukee, I made a mistake, and I stepped on my own, I'm not going to say it on stream, but you know what I'm saying. You know, I never thought I'd be winning an OSCA race. I mean, I came close in my limited starts last year at Bristol. I think I finished 3rd and 5th at Bristol, which was good on the dirt. But I've always had, you know, the short end of the stick, but it's cool to finally win one here.
Congrats, man. Matt, what you got?
I made a joke about Goody saying Alexander, and I yelled, "Yay!" I don't have anything else. You guys covered it. Good job.
Well,
I'm sorry for calling you Alex Kenton earlier in the season.
Oh, I didn't even, I didn't even hear that.
I forgot about that.
Just used to it.
So, you know, again, looking forward now it's Richmond, not New Hampshire, which I mistakenly told Cherry, so he's going to show up to the wrong track next week. So he'll be down one competitor next week. But going into Richmond, what kind of outlook do you have next week?
So I come from a short track background. I run predominantly short tracks on the sim. So I feel pretty confident. I've won tons of races there in NASCAR and in other cars. So I'm pretty confident. I mean, it all comes down to how we roll off the trailer. I got the Fury this week, but I think we're going to bring out something a little bit different for our chassis for next week. So, but we're not going to have the big motor in, but you got to have the grip coming off the corner. So, no, but I'm pretty confident for Richmond. I think I was just telling Tim, I'm like, I think Richmond and Five Flags, and as well as New Hampshire, are probably my 3 biggest chances to win. So, plus I think I sponsor next week. I think I'm the title sponsor for the race next week. I think. I don't know. Vic will have to double check me on that. I'm pretty sure I am.
No, maybe.
Yeah, no. I just gotta be in Vic's chat. Yeah, I am. I'm Five Flags. I have Richmond, so I'll be the title sponsor for next week. So it would look kind of rigged if I won my own race, but you know.
If it's not called Alexander the Great, I'm gonna be a little disappointed.
Yes.
Well, I can arrange that with Tim over the off week. We could with Vic over the off week. We can probably get it done.
Beautiful.
That is your new OSCA name. You will no longer be called anything else. Just
I
love it. I love it. But before we let you go celebrate that win, any shout-outs you want to give?
Of course, Weekend Woodsman and Tim. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. I mean, I filled him from last year, and he's like, "You want to come on full time?" I'm like, "Sure. Why the hell not?" Studio 10 Wraps didn't actually do my car. I mean, it looks good, but I did it myself. Studio 10 does amazing work, though. If you need something for real life or iRacing, hit him up on Facebook. He's amazing, good buddy. Then also myself, 17 Media. That's about it. I mean, everybody in both Nurse Aviator Racing and Weekend Woodsman. I mean, they all did an amazing job tonight. I'm proud of everybody. And yeah, that's about it.
All right. Well, thank you once again, Alexander the Great's coming home with the victory, and best of luck to you next week at Richmond. I can't wait to see what chassis you bring next week and see how you do. Maybe we'll be talking to you once again.
Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
Yep, you bet. That was Alexander Gretz, the Greats. I think it's mistake. Obviously, I didn't learn last time, so I'm not going to remember it.
It's Alexander the Great. It's what it is. It's forever.
Yep. He might as well go to the DMV or wherever you got to go to the courthouse, get your name legally changed. You probably don't have to do that for pronunciation, do you? Probably not.
Know. It definitely needs to be. Well, his middle name needs to be the.
Yeah.
He needs to legally change his middle name to the. Vic, you have to change it on the driver thing for next week. It has to say Alexander the Greats.
Yep. Boom, boom, boom. And actually have a mystery driver next week. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in to this week's race at Talladega. It was fun. It was wild. It was crazy. We've seen some awesome finishes in both halves. And next week, we'll be looking forward to Richmond. Until then, For Matthew, myself, Adam, Carlos, there's too many people in here too. Vic, thank you all for tuning in to tonight's race, and you can tune in again next week, same time, same place, right here on 3 Wide Racing Television. Until then, good night now.